Ah. What's good, chat? Welcome to another episode of the PressBox. It is your hostess and general manager, J. DiBiase, in the building. It's been a full-blown season. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm coming into your headphones right now a little loud, but it's just a crazy day, man. We've had a long season, and we finally here, y'all. I could almost cry. We finally here, y'all. And I just want to say, chat, thank you so much for rocking with us for a long time. And so before we get into these rankings, listen, y'all, this was close. A lot of these rankings had to do with some of the takes that were made on the last show, especially with the predictions of the Super Bowl, outcome on the Super Bowl. I'm going to let everybody know, because you know who you are. A lot of y'all said a lot of Kittle talk in them predictions. A lot of Kittle talk was in them predictions for multiple offenders. And that's why I'll make sure I say offenders. Multiple offenders said a lot of Kittle talk. I didn't see Kittle in action. So he was MIA in that game that y'all said he was going to be spectacular. So I taxed a lot of guys for that. And then obviously your prediction went along with that. But again, as I say every single time, fellas, work on your game. Don't be mad at J-Rob. Just work on your game. All right? And with that being said, here are your end of the 2024 regular season Super Bowl, post-Super Bowl PressBox debater rankings. Holy smokes. Welcome to the new rankings. The tribal chief, welcome back to the mountaintop, Riddell. Two-time. This is second one, two-time champ. Riddell, the tribal chief, is at the top. G, power of 13, baby, in the building. He definitely ended the show with a bang, and I got to give him some love. He's been killing it. They slept on this guy at 3. They slept on him. They slept on him at 3. They say he couldn't get here. Making his first top 3 finish. Jalen Carter, welcome to the mountaintop. Trent at number 4. Trent, you were great, but baby boy, the Kittle tax got you heavy, King. Heavy, King. It got you heavy, brother. Now, the bottom 3, these are my 49ers guys. All pick the 49ers. Random is at 5 because you know what Random did that I almost bumped him to 4 about, that he hit on the nose, that I think everybody missed. Random was the only person to call out Jennings being the X factor in the game. Jennings was the 49ers X factor. Random called that out. If the prediction for the game was a little different, I think he would have got to 4. Lonnie, obviously your Kittle tax, 49ers tax. Obviously, I love you, King, but it is what it is. And last but certainly not least, the guy who said a lot of things, and every dog has their day. We love a good redemption story. And early, I love you to death, brother, but it did not go your way. And that last analysis that you made on the game just did not hit it on the nose in every regard. You also very much was not honest about Kittle, man. I really got to blame this on Skittles, man. Skittles did this to y'all. So with that being said, I'm going to let the champ do his thing. It's his world. It's your world, champ. I'm going to let you talk. It's your world. Hold on. Let me make sure you at the forefront. Champ, what you got for us, bro?
Hey, man. It's good to be on top. Two times in a row. And the tribal chief stuff makes sense. We're about to go on a historic run. We here ending the NFL season on top. But let me be a little humble. Because I wouldn't be here without that Kansas City Chiefs. I wouldn't be here without 1-5, that guy. And there's a certain narrative I think we need to start talking about. Yeah, we got Brady and the GOAT conversation, but when it comes to Brady, it's not an if anymore. It's a when. It's a when he's going to take over Brady. If you don't got him number one already, he's at least 2 guaranteed to take number 1. So let's talk about Mahomes and where he's going from here on out. It's beyond Brady. It's beyond the NFL. He's going to end up the greatest NFL player of all time, the best NFL player of all time. Consensus. But let's look at some other GOATs. Let's look at the Jordans of the sports world. Let's look at the Michael Phelps of the sports world, the Muhammad Ali, the Floyd Money Mayweather, the Lionel Messi's. Patrick Mahomes is on a trajectory where he can end up as the greatest sports athlete that has ever existed. And y'all think I'm just like, oh, he's just being hyperbolic. 6 years as a starting quarterback. And this is the greatest 6 years in NFL history for a quarterback. 2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. And let's not forget that even when he's not playing in the Super Bowl, the only time you could beat Mahomes is in the AFC Championship in overtime. It takes overtime to beat this dude every single time. Shout out Brady, that one fluky Super Bowl win. You know what I'm saying? But hey, ladies and gentlemen, we know where it is, and we know where we are.
Oh man, fellas. Damn.
Hold up. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. They said we couldn't do
Monty,
it.
he was on the fence. I ran the tape back. It was mixy take, Monty. It was Switzerland take, Monty. They sound like you went both ways.
This is a great day to be back. This is a great day to be back.
We did it.
Monty, you know I love you.
Man.
They said we only talk hoops.
Great day
They
to
said
be
we
back.
only talk hoops. We wrote football, baby. Talk to me. You George Kittle fraud.
Oh, where's B-Baby?
Fred,
Oh,
early.
okay.
Y'all getting cooked
There
today. Your boy
Mama,
getting
there go
cooked.
that man.
Y'all getting cooked today.
J-Rod, wait, hold on. Okay, chill. But J-Rod, you ain't had to tax because they was using kill like a
Nah, I had to tax you.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. I had to tax you.
I understand it. I ain't no caution to do that.
It was close. And I couldn't really just take some of the things we said throughout the shows because unfortunately I could do that with everybody. So I had to take a lot of consideration that last 30
I got taxed. I'm cooling on that. I will just say though. I will say this though. For the people that slander Diggs and don't care about context, just do it to Kittle. You might as well. Just do it to Kittle.
Hey, exactly.
Who want to start?
All day. Now I gotta get
I'm starting off first.
Wait. Before y'all go, because y'all with me for the whole 2 hours. We may even go a little over. Mm-hmm. A friendly face of the show. One of the first members of the press box. My brother MJ came to show up to come talk to the guys.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
How we got to
this.
We can start it off. We could kick it off to the guests, bro. Talk to us.
I've been ducking because it was definitely some times when my team was trash. But I feel like, yo, early, what's up, bro? Like, it's a great day.
Talk about it.
Early, what's up?
We both had the same fate. It was just you realized yours a little bit later than me. I already knew. But like
the joy back to early. He's lost his joy right now. He's lost the light. Come on,
Early. So I know where you at right now, early. Like it's we all been there. Brother. So I just want to say,
oh my God,
I'm a fan of Brock Purdy. I turned around. I was checking off who's top 10 in the league. I think Brock Purdy's top 10, top 11 at worst. I don't think it was his fault that the 49ers, didn't get it done. But the primary guy is Kyle Shanahan. He's a fraud. He's a fraud.
You right.
And
damn,
we have 3 Super Bowls, 3 double-digit leads. No matter how you slice it, Steve Wilkes, bro. People going to talk about Steve Wilkes. Overtime. They were dominating Mahomes much of the game. Held him to 3 points in the first half. Interception, fumble. They were doing their thing. But Kyle Shanahan, how can you should have got the ball second in overtime. That's number one. Because then it changes your play call and all of that. But he chooses to be aggressive sometimes, and then it chooses to be scary. Like just go one way. Either be super aggressive and go for it on 4th and 4. If not, be like passive the whole entire game. But he tries to flip flop, and he's very overrated, bro. But that's what I really gotta say. Yes. You got a guy in Brock Purdy, but what about your star players other than McCaffrey? McCaffrey did his thing, but you have Kittle didn't do anything. I was told that. I was told that Kittle.
Rescue for Kittle. He
I
lied.
was told Kittle was better than Travis Kelce.
Throw it up!
That's crazy. That's
oh
crazy.
My God!
People talk about because he's a better.
MJ, you muted. MJ, you muted yourself. MJ, you muted yourself.
You muted yourself.
Oh my God! The distance in Kittle being like just a blocker versus Kelce. He's more like he'll get the yards at the catch and all that. It's so big that Kelce is far better than Kittle ever was. I don't want to ever hear that comparison ever again. Debo, I get with Debo. Part of the reason why stuff ain't been going his way, he's always injured. Like it's always some, but he didn't show up. Ayuk, McDuffie locked you up, and Snead. It was interchangeable. So they got put locks on him, and it was great to see. I was definitely rooting for Mahomes, and he's the baby goat. He's on his
I like it. So wait, but G baby, since you're number 2, we're gonna let you go. But obviously, as y'all can see, we did some home renovations. Answer your questions now for $10, $25. We changing the topic, so obviously we gotta honor that. Even though it's $9.99, but we'll let it rock. It's only
rounding up, man.
We'll round it up. Almighty Lambo with the super chat. Debo should have been watching film on Kansas City rather than dissing Philly every chance he got. R.I.P. Rip Bozo. 11 targets, 3 receptions, 3 yards, 8 rushing yards. Oh, and Almighty Lambo and 3 drops. But with that being said, go ahead. It's your G13. Go ahead.
That's a perfect transition, J-Rob. W host.
Yeah.
Because you see, I brought these gloves here, right? I don't know if y'all can see. I brought these gloves because all the people that told me Debo's not that bad of a route runner, all the people that told me Debo doesn't have a hands issue. It's not elite, but he don't have an hands issue. We need to run the ones, gang. We need to run the ones because that top 10 running back that I told y'all he was looking real suspect with the hands. Was looking real suspect, with the routes. Yeah, boxed up by every corner he went against. Snead, box. I don't know if McDuffie matched up on him, but I'm pretty sure it was a box. I tried to tell y'all. And see, the thing is, right? Because the Niners fans was, Debo this, Debo that. Brock Purdy, hey, Debo's there, so Brock Purdy should look elite. That's what he been doing all year. Let me ask y'all a question. Because MJ just said he feels like Brock Purdy top 10, 11 at the worst. No, it's so crazy. J-Rob? It's like we haven't seen this movie before. Remember when Jimmy G first got to the Niners? And all of a sudden that offense was looking so good and the defense was elite. And then they got to the bowl. And what do people like Trent and everybody and all the other Jimmy G haters say? Man, that throw he missed to Emmanuel Sanders would have changed the game. I saw Brock Purdy miss a couple of them open tutties in the game. Matter of fact, one of them was the Debo. So for those people, hey, is Brock Purdy still the guy or are the 49ers still a quarterback away? I don't know because y'all slander Jimmy G left, right, and center for that. But, I guess Brock Purdy is different because he's a more marketable Jimmy G. You know what I mean? Y'all know, and then also, too, y'all know Mahomes in every Super Bowl. has trailed by 10 points each time. But y'all told me Brady has a better clutch gene, though, right?
Talk about it.
And then
Go ahead, Jalen.
and when we ended the show, I told y'all, power of 13. Y'all really thought the NFL was finna let this Super Bowl go through? Taylor Swift flying 13 hours from her show in Vegas? I mean, in Tokyo to Vegas? And y'all thought they was finna let them lose?
Made it to the game.
And you know what's crazy? They didn't even need a BS play call at the end of the game to do it. They just said, hey, Chiefs, when you get to the fourth quarter, just be up by 3 points. And what happened? It was 13-10 when we got to the fourth quarter. They was up by how much? 3 points. Kyle Shanahan, you are now 2-38, buddy. When trailing by 3 points entering the fourth quarter. You got your one against Detroit. You got your one. Oh, I'm sorry, against the Packers. You got your one.
Well, it was both.
No, because the Lions they were tied when they got to the fourth quarter.
You're right.
Yeah, so hey, but
There's
and
my
Bama,
brother.
hey, and Bama's here.
There's
at
my
the
brother.
perfect time.
There is my
Because
brother.
The question I want to ask him. The question I want to ask Mr. Bama, my guy. Hey, so Bama, we had a conversation last week.
Oh my God.
We was talking about Brock Purdy and the contract. You know what I mean? And then he came out there and looked like Jimmy G. He had a couple throws, but he also missed a lot. Now he came out there looking like Jimmy G. Now, if y'all remember what Jimmy G got paid at the time, we was all like, "Whoa!" Off a couple games with the Patriots because they didn't lose a game when he got to San Francisco. So, Bama, do you feel Brock Purdy? Hey, should they let him walk? Should they pay him? Because Brock Purdy's agent is still gonna try to get the most he can. Because hey, I got to a Super Bowl and Jimmy G got paid off of a couple games in New England, right? So I'm glad Bama here at the same time because that's something I want to know as well. Does this man get paid? Does this man get paid?
Again,
you feel me?
Again, I'm dying on this hill. I'm gonna die
Shut
on
up,
it.
you. Stand on business. Go
It's
ahead.
only gonna be so much he can bargain for. Again, Jimmy G was a second round draft pick. He was drafted in the second round. So his floor for his bargaining for money is higher than someone that was drafted in the sixth that's down here. Like, you guys, this is public information. You can pull up public information on what does the picks get paid per what round they get drafted in, and it shows you. It breaks it down. Hey, this is what they're going to get if you draft it in the first 5 picks, the next 5 picks, second round, third round, fourth round. So, again, what they're going to do, if they do that, what y'all talking about, oh, man, ask for $1 million a year. Man, they finna tell him, hey, boy, go test the market. Let's see what team. And then they go call the other owners, too. Be like, hey, don't pay him. Don't pay him. He going to fall flat on his face, bro. Y'all act like them 32 owners just separately, like, just hate each other. Like, bro, they all.
No, they chop it up. Yeah, I agree with that. They chop it up.
They
definitely chop it up. I agree with that, man.
I appreciate that, Bama. Hey, I'm glad you stand on business. I mean, sure, we all saw it. The last thing I'm gonna say is, hey, man, for people such as Early Purdy, for people like Random, Lonnie to a lesser extent, even though he on that side. I don't know, gang. Hey, y'all keep talking. I heard people say Mahomes got carried, right? And people love talking about that game against the Bucks where his O-line wasn't there. But sometimes people like missing context. So let me ask y'all a question. With all them bad performances, even if you want to say he got carried, none of them are ever as big of a choke job as that 18-0 season when they were undefeated. And you know who was the DC for that?
Top 5 all time.
Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on, because we gotta listen, y'all. New rules on the show. We get into this bag, so we gotta answer these supers real quick. We got these $10 supers. Hey, yo, why Niners fans already? I'm assuming already on Steve Wilkes for the loss, but won't blame Kyle Shanahan. I lived in the Bay Area and it's quiet over here. I mean, honestly, it's easy. It's easy to go after Steve Wilkes because he's been kind of the scapegoat throughout the year, from the whole story of him being in the booth to coming down. But you know what? We're not going to talk about Spagnuolo playing a better chessboard than Kyle Shanahan, because that's really what we needs to come down to is, well, when I go, I'll get more into that. But to answer
No,
your
them
question,
third down
Brennan,
plays were them third down
Yeah.
blitzes he was coming.
yeah,
like,
you need to talk. We need to really
You
be
also
talking
gotta
about
talk
Spags
the
versus
return on the other side is a little limited.
right. And then let's get to this one too. Yo, real talk with MJ. As an Eagles fan, how do you feel about Kellen Moore replacing Brian Johnson, that terrorist, and Vic replacing two terrible DCs we have? Go ahead, real quick, MJ.
I feel like anybody is a upgrade from Brian Johnson, Matt Patricia, and Sean Desai. However, I still think there's like a cap that the Eagles are at because you have a head coach that literally hasn't picked his entire staff. The front office is doing that, and he has no control. So even if Kellen Moore has a great year, he's gone in 1 year. He's gone in 1 year. So I'm cautiously optimistic, bro.
I like it though. I think statistically though, this is going to be a great year for Jalen in terms of at least the numbers, just because we got a coach. Jalen, welcome to the top three, bro.
The air a little nice up here. We staying up here, baby. We staying up here. They said we couldn't do it, chat. They said we only know hoops, but we know football too, baby. They wasn't ready. Look at Lottie's face. Look at Trent.
You sound dumb.
Early sad, bro. Keep going sad. It's real sad right now. It's all good. You know what sound dumb? You know what sound weird? The George Kittle takes. Where was this man?
I know you don't watch tape.
We talking. The top three is talking. Not you. Okay, George Kittle. Damn. Two catches, 4 yards. And they're going to talk about blocking. They're going to talk about blocking. But guess what? Even when he ran routes, he was getting covered. He could not create separation. You know what Travis Kelce did? In the first half, he got shut down a bit too, but he made the necessary adjustments. He came in the second half. You know what?
What are the necessary adjustments? Tell me, Jalen. What were the necessary adjustments?
You know what great tight ends do?
What were the adjustments?
Hold up. They find the
Jalen.
They find a soft spot on defense. They find where the other defense isn't there. In the middle of the field, he got himself open. That 22-yard catch, he cooked one of the best in the game of Fred Warner. He beat him one-on-one.
How do you do it?
Hold up. In the biggest moment when they needed him, fourth quarter overtime, who was there for Mahomes? It was Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
he was to get open. Where was George Kittle? Missing in action, baby. He was lost. He wasn't doing nothing for them. Travis Kelce is better than George Kittle. Don't ever disrespect Travis Kelce.
Nah, Jalen, you missed it. You could have capped it off. You know what George Kittle was doing? He was blocking.
Oh, he was
That's why when y'all bring up that blocking shit, because look, I played the game. MJ, I played D2, right? I played fullback. If I didn't learn how to run routes, you know what a coach told me? He said, you pride yourself in lead blocking. He said, but we can get a tight end or a D lineman to do that. He said, can you catch out the backfield? Can you run with the ball? Guess what I had to go do? Work on my fucking game.
Talk about it.
That blocking shit y'all bring up, that blocking shit y'all bring up, how they look at blocking, J-Rob, they look at it, hey, bro, we can get so many positions just to block.
I agree.
And that's what we're going to address too in the chat. Hold up. We have somebody said Brock Purdy played better than Mahomes.
Get us to 500, chat. Let's break the record.
No, we had somebody say Brock Purdy played better than Mahomes this game. Do we understand what Mahomes did? Random, don't look at me, random, when I'm looking at you. Look at me, random. Don't be shook. Random shook. Early shook too. Look at me, early. Brock Purdy and Mahomes. What did Mahomes do? 333, got 2 touchdown interception. But you know what happened? The plays when it mattered the most. We talk about runs to save a drive. That fourth quarter, you know, when it was in a shotgun, he made the run, got the first down. We talk about that 20-yard plus scamper to energize that team, get them back in the game when they were down. He made the plays. Brock Purdy, this is what we've been saying about Brock Purdy the whole time. Guess what? When he passed the ball to McCaffrey, he did a little skip, jump, big run. That's great. He got the ball in his playmaker's hands and they made a play. But what did Mahomes do? Mahomes made the big plays. He was the guy. He made the passes, even when there were tight windows. He made the passes in the fourth quarter. Hold on, I'm not done talking. In the fourth quarter,
it's the best episode.
Clutch throw after clutch throw. And what happened? Brock Purdy set up for a field goal. What did Mahomes do? He said no field goals. Touchdown for the win. Brock Purdy was great. Was a great game manager. Made some good throws, but Mahomes won in the game. He's a playmaker. That's what Purdy is. He's not that game-changing playmaker. He's not.
Hey, so Jalen, so what you're saying is Mahomes was driving the bus while Brock Purdy was riding the bus.
Yes, sir, baby.
That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like.
Yes, sir. He was in the passenger seat.
Oh, Jalen.
It's pandemonium.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
pandemonium. All right.
These bottom three
Yes, sir.
sink
Yeah,
right
you
now.
finished.
Yeah, it's
No,
pandemonium.
real
It's
quick.
pandemonium.
Real
It's
quick, hold up.
pandemonium up there.
Real quick, though, shout out to the defense
It's
of the both teams.
pandemonium today.
First
It's
half of
pandemonium today.
First half of the defensive masterclass. First half of the defensive masterclass by both teams. I thought the 49ers were getting pressure. Bosa was all over the field. Shout out Chris Jones. Maybe his
my
last
God.
game in the Chiefs jersey. Did his thing. The corners for the Chiefs. Snead McDuffie. Y'all the truth. Those corners were locking them down. Phenomenal. Andy Reid. You top 3 all time. Probably maybe even second. Now you definitely top 5. You probably top 3 in my eyes right now. And he had his goat chase too. Mahomes on his goat chase. We're gonna talk about people. He had his goat chase too.
Can I
Andy Reid
ask
on
one
his
quick
goat chase
question?
too.
Yeah, go ahead, Bam, and then just pass
I
it to
want
Trent.
y'all boys to see my eyes, man, because we almost had 400 people in the open field chat last night at watching all them Brady,
Crashing out.
they was crashing out. Trent.
Crashing out.
Hey, and Trent, you my brother, Trent. We got our different views, but I couldn't help but to see it from your point of view when I closed my eyes and went to sleep last night, which made me think for all of you Bradyists out there, y'all love your Lord and Savior Tom Brady.
Bottom 3.
Can you name me a year where Brady went through historical great defenses and got them all the way to the Super Bowl to go to another great defense and win the Super Bowl with lesser weapons?
Wait, Bama, you killing him too much. Hold on.
You can't do it.
Don't do
You
it to
can't
him.
do it.
Don't do
Not
it to
with
him.
defenses.
Don't do it to him.
Brady's
Can't
my
do it.
goat. But how y'all boys came on here acting with all that animosity last night, I couldn't help but to go to sleep and think, when has Brady ever done something like this? People can say what they want, but versus the Dolphins, you can say, oh, Tua can't throw in the cold, but I don't care. For what it was on paper, that was one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. One of the more explosive offenses. Also, they got Jalen Ramsey and everybody on. I get it. Jalen Phillips got hurt, but hey, they loaded up on the defense to get everybody to stop Mahomes. Patting them up. Go over to Buffalo. They got a good defense. They got pass rushers, DBs, all of that. Pack them up. Then we get to the nitty-gritty of it. Historical first-team defense in Baltimore. Packed them up. Got all the way to the Super Bowl. Can't beat the 49ers defense, right? 2 great defenses in a row. Packed them up. Whether you can say great performances or good performances, look at the defenses he was going through. 400 total yards in the Super Bowl. Pack up. What he did versus Lamar, and we could talk about Patrick Queen, Roquan Smith. But when I had looked up, Travis Kelce was 11 targets for 11 catches and 130 yards.
No, he had 90 yards. He had 90.
Come on, Ravens.
He's talking
Versus the Ravens. The Ravens game.
Yeah.
They talked about all of that. And Patrick Mahomes still got his boy the ball. Throughout all that. So again, all you Bradyists out there, can y'all elaborate on a time where
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
y'all crashed out? Trent, I'm gonna let Trent have the floor. They was crashing out.
Crashing out last night. Yeah, no, I could
Hey,
tell.
Rob, you came in for a little bit of it. They didn't let Punk
Crashing
talk.
out.
They
Everybody.
didn't let Punk
Hold on,
talk.
let me say one more thing.
Who that? Y'all had Chilltown in there?
Yeah, we had Chilltown. They were crashing out so hard they wouldn't even let Unk talk.
Yeah, they were going in.
I'm gonna go watch the tape.
I'm not gonna harsh too much on the kill thing because any nigga with common sense that's played tight before, when you get pressure like that, they gonna tell your ass, yeah, you gonna play left tackle for the rest of the game. So I understand y'all with the context. If y'all cool, but I'm gonna go on to my part because I told y'all in the beginning of the season that the San Francisco 49ers are a better version of the Dallas motherfucking Cowboys, and y'all called me a hater. I told y'all year in and year out. It doesn't matter if they have 5 all-pros. This 49ers team, weapons-wise, is probably the best weapons we've ever seen, probably since the greatest show on turf. It doesn't matter who's
Cowboys, baby.
It doesn't matter who's playing. It doesn't matter. They're going to get to the conference championship or the Super Bowl, and they're always going to lose. And I could probably argue this is worse than Dallas Cowboys because you're making it farther and your hopes is getting higher.
Thank you.
Every
And you're barely
year.
losing too.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
get it
Yes.
done.
It's worse.
Do
It's
y'all
worse.
look like
than
haters?
from the
Y'all,
jump.
dude, does me, J-Rob, G-Baby, do we look like haters now? Because we tried to tell y'all, bro. We tried to tell y'all.
Nah, and the crazy part is, Trent, is like, not only that, when I brought up the California Cowboys topic, it was strictly off the strength of, yes, they are the more prestigious team because they're the 49ers. California is the Bay. There's this history. The ghosts of Joe Montana, Steve Young, and Jerry Rice haunt the building and the soil there. But at the same time, when we started the season making predictions, all I ever wanted to ask was, why did they have such an unwavering confidence about this football team? Because even if they get there, we've seen the results even in the biggest games
since the 2010s.
So
like, bro,
it's been happening.
Yes, literally maybe we should call them.
Kaepernick.
Maybe we should call them Cody Rhodes or something. They gotta finish. Are they gonna ever? When do they?
Y'all kept calling me headers on. I kept telling them they are a better version of Dallas Cowboys. They just make it.
Hey, hold on, time out.
They're a luxury version.
Hold on. Let me say one thing. Yo, Brian in the chat, Brian Legare, listen. I understand you got top membership. Salute to that. But you don't run shit. So if you want to pull up to the show, pull up to open field where anybody could pull up. But you're not just going to say I got top membership. I want the link. Like J DiBiase, brother. I'll see you on open field tomorrow.
Also, J-Rob, Mahomes, bad. But also, speaking about Mahomes, 3 Super Bowls. This 3 Super Bowls, what, 7 years? As the best. Not like when Tom Brady won his first 3 and he wasn't
good with him.
Best yet. Mahomes has been the clear-cut best guy since he started in the fucking and people are really trying to sit up here and try to discredit Mahomes. We really had people last night on open field chat crashing out saying Brock Purdy played better than Patrick Mahomes. We had people really still harping on, Brady beat Patrick Mahomes head-to-head 2-0 when they matched up. So does that mean Eli Manning is better than Tom Brady?
Does that mean Payton is better than him because he got a better record in the playoffs?
Talk about it.
That's what I disagree, though.
Wait. I got one more thing. J-Rob, I got one more comparison for you. You called the 49ers Cody Rhodes? Hey, nah. You can call them Seth Rollins because no matter what they do, they always gonna be the best number two next to the tribal chief Roman Reigns. No matter what they do, they always gonna be. What did Roman Reigns say?
I gotta watch the tape too, Lonnie.
What did Roman Reigns say? You're my favorite number 2. That's what
all I want y'all to do, because y'all Tom Brady fans are really starting to crash out. All I want y'all to do is watch last night's open field episode. That man in the bottom right, random, crashing out. Brock Purdy played better than Mahomes.
Hellfire?
Wait, Lonnie, this might be why the boys was arguing in the group chat.
Still want to talk about the 2020 Super Bowl. Right. Still want to bring that up.
Yeah, that's
nobody want to talk about Tom Brady losing.
Bro, we got people saying that the defense carried Mahomes.
I'm
like,
yeah, go ahead, Trent.
Nobody want to talk about how Tom Brady threw 3 games versus the Ravens and Joe Flacco only passed the ball 10 times. Nobody want to talk about that. But people always want to harp on that one Super Bowl when Mahomes lose. But nobody want to talk about
with his third string O-line. But
okay. It's just understand.
Getting packed up by Mark Sanchez game?
Getting packed up by a backup quarterback gang? Like what?
J-Rob, this last thing I say. You know when somebody's been coach for a long time and somebody comes stepping new, really trying to step in that territory and people just in denial? That's just what it is. That's literally what Patrick Mahomes is literally walking down this GOAT conversation.
And then last thing I'll add too, because we were waiting for this. Here's the problem with everything, though. We didn't want to do this to y'all. We didn't want to come out here and be on y'all head top, but y'all caused this. Y'all didn't want to use. Y'all was so caught up in y'all feelings, and y'all was listening to 7 rings. Oh, he got 7. But then y'all want to use head-to-head. Y'all want to use stuff that's just not consistent. If you just want to say Brady, you can't pass Brady yet because he got 7 of them things, I get it. It's 7. But just say that. Or
just say that. Yeah, just say that.
Just say this. How they was crashing out last night, just say you can't pass Brady because I love him.
You don't want anybody better.
Like, bro, I love Tom Brady, bro. I love Tom.
Bama. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? It's like those guys who be in love with this girl, but everyone knows she's cheating on them, but they just don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know she cheated on him, but they don't want to admit it.
Hey, you know what's so crazy? You know what's so
One
crazy?
thing. I'll say this
They
one thing
love
real quick.
talking about Mahomes.
I'll say
They
this
love-
one thing. I'll say this one thing.
That makes Lonnie. This is
kinda-
all making perfect sense.
I kind of feel. I said this like a couple of weeks ago.
Random.
I kind of feel for
Yo,
Brady.
he was pissed last night.
I kind
know
of feel
why.
for Brady fans because this man Brady retired, and the moment this dude retired, Mahomes is already the GOAT. Like it's like the moment I can't even live in peace,
You
bro.
know,
Like,
hey,
what's going on?
Yeah,
That's
Oh my gosh,
That's
and it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy because we tried to warn y'all what would happen.
Try to tell y'all.
We
bro.
tried
Let me
to
play
tell
devil's
y'all.
advocate real quick.
Wait, hold on,
FJ.
FJ, hold on. We gotta let Lonnie go, and hopefully Randall will come back before we got Purdy next to you. But we're gonna let Lonnie go first. Go ahead, Lonnie.
So a few things. I went back and watched the tape.
What exactly did you say? What exactly did you
The
say?
same thing, because remember I picked with the Lions and 49ers.
Yes.
I got the 49ers. The Lions X factor would be Jahmyr Gibbs if he was fed the whole game.
Facts.
So that's the same thing with I was like, I'm not down him because Mahomes proved me wrong twice already. I'm not gonna go out and get him a third time. So I said I got the Chiefs.
Three times.
The X factor, X factor for the 49ers is if George Kittle is used as the number one option. He was not used as the number one option. So same thing with Gibbs. I picked the Chiefs. But second thing, I feel like props to Riddell for keeping it consistent. I feel like Jalen low-key has like the Eli resume, like his resume. His resume is predicated off of
Work
Riddell.
on your game, baby. Improvement.
Up on the Riddell bandwagon. So Riddell's such a Hall of Famer. He's taking Jalen with him. That's why he's top 3.
Shout out Riddell. He's been on a run.
Yeah.
Shout out Riddell.
But all right, as the Brady fan, born and raised in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Oh wow.
Wow.
What you about to say, Lonnie?
Talk about it, Lonnie. Come on.
What you about to say? Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Wait, say that again. Wait. What'd you say? Where you from again? Say exactly where you from.
I was
Yeah,
born
get
in
the
Cambridge.
context.
I was raised in Massachusetts. Raised
Oh,
in Boston.
wow.
Brady's will forever be he's my forever quarterback. He made me fall in love with sports.
Talk about it.
The greatest thing about Brady to me was that there were at times where it's just like, no matter what, he was not going to lose this game. Like, no matter what. I remember there was a game against the Saints. It was like a regular season game, and he was just like, "Yo, I'm not losing this game." He was
I remember
yelling at everybody, and he got that game-winning drive. Like, I think they were down by like multiple scores. He's like, "Yo, I'm not losing this game."
But,
He was the only one I thought that had that skill. Then Mahomes came along, and I've always liked Mahomes. I've praised Mahomes and all that other stuff, but
yep.
he has that same thing, but he does it a little bit better. I can't, I appreciate greatness. Like, I'm from Boston, but Kobe was my favorite player because he was just so dominant and great. Mahomes, the way that he just dominated the game, like, because I was saying it like in the Telegram, like the first few quarters, like he and Purdy were playing mid. They were both playing mid. And then like that second half of the third to the fourth and on, he just turned it up. He's just like, yo, like I'm tired of this. I'm not losing. Let's get it. And like that to me was like, because my number one criteria is how you play when it matters the most. And when it mattered the most, he was way better than everybody else on the like. It didn't matter what it didn't matter what the 49ers did. It didn't matter what they threw at him. He was getting it done. It didn't matter if
Lonnie, what does this mean?
It didn't matter if the Chiefs wanted to catch the ball or not. He was getting it done regardless. So
Wait. So wait. Does this mean he's your is he
What's
the
the
GOAT?
conclusion? Yeah.
What's your conclusion?
So
What's your
I
conclusion?
gotta give it to him. I gotta give it.
That's crazy.
He will always be my favorite quarterback. But the fact that like he's only like what 7 years, he's like 28.
Wait, Mahomes the GOAT right now?
Yeah, right now that's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Here's
Right
what I
now,
care about
the
right
greatest,
now.
not the
Here's
best.
what I care about right now.
The greatest.
So we're clear. If he were to stop right now, technically, to me, Mahomes would still be the GOAT.
Oh no!
Wait. Before you go ahead, finish Lonnie.
Because we would talk about for weeks, like, oh, the first few years, Brady was a game manager, yada 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 yada, and you guys taxed him for that. So I'm just saying, like later on, in Mahomes' career, like the last 12 years, if he becomes a game manager and all that other stuff, then eventually, like, it wakes up. To me, like, it's 1A, 1B right now. But I'm just saying, if he's successful later on in his career, but he's more of a game manager, I'd be like, hey, it's the same tax. But right now, the trajectory right now, he's gonna clear Brady in every capacity.
I got one more question.
I love about Brady,
one
but
more good question.
Undeniable.
One more good question.
Go ahead, Bama.
From all trolls, and then MJ, you got this, because I see a lot of people over there still mad about this
Crashing
Brady.
out.
Mad. They crashing out in the chat right now. They hurting in the
I got
chat
one
right
question for all you Bradyists out there. Y'all harp on Mahomes for having a bad performance in the Super Bowl with no offensive line. In 2007, what was Brady's excuse? He passed for 5,000 yards and Randy Moss had 23 touchdowns throughout the season. Number one offense historically in the NFL until, what was it, Peyton Manning and
Until Peyton Manning and them.
Denver.
Yeah, Peyton Manning and them. Historic, and this was mid 2000s when that was unheard of.
Unheard of, Bama. Unheard of. Because Bama, that's the time. That was the time. That's at the time where only like 4 quarterbacks go 4,000 yards. Unheard of.
Yeah. So again, we criticize Mahomes for one bad Super Bowl performance. That's what it was. Because y'all talking about that other game when they matched up. I ain't trying to hear regular season games. Anyway, when they matched up in the Super Bowl, he had one bad Super Bowl with no O-line. But again, what was Brady's excuse? What was in the game, 17-10 or something like that?
Yeah.
Hey, Bama, Bama, because I already know the answer. You know what they're gonna tell you, Bama?
Oh, wait,
Bama,
early.
Bama, you know
He's back.
You know what they're gonna tell you? Bama, you know what they're gonna tell you? They're gonna tell you, but no, they're gonna be like, but Brady had 28-3. Cool. What happened in 2011?
Hey, G, before we continue though, because Random gotta go and then we gotta finish with early. But MJ, I know you said you have your thing, so go ahead before you gotta slide on us real quick. Yeah, we appreciate you pulling up, bro.
I know, Trent, you said something about how the same. If you say Brady's the GOAT because he beat Mahomes twice, then you're just saying like Eli Manning's better than Tom Brady. Here's my thing though. I do think Mahomes, he has to get. I do think like Brady beating Mahomes like in the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl, and currently right now has the most wins against Mahomes out of all the quarterbacks in the league. That does hold something. Is it like the deciding factor? No, but like let's say Mahomes has 5 rings, 6, maybe even 6 rings. It's still a legit argument to be like, well, Brady got 7 and he did beat him when he was 40 freaking years old. So I still think that like Mahomes, he's on a historic pace. To call him the GOAT right now is crazy to me. The best ever, he's the best I ever seen in my life. It used to be Aaron Rodgers, now it's Mahomes. Best ever seen in my life. But you still like what Brady did at 40 freaking years old. Like,
so it's because he doesn't have he doesn't.
So you want the longevity?
Right?
So
I want the longevity. I want to see
Maybe J-Rob, like say like he loses.
I don't agree with MJ, but that's usually what we hear. That's been like the most consistent thing. Longevity.
It's your argument. I agree with it.
Here's my thing on MJ. Like what you just said, if he gets to 6, it should not be debated.
Yeah, MJ, I think 6 is crazy.
The reason why I say it wouldn't. The reason why I say it would be clear cut, not a debate. What Mahomes is doing in the beginning of his career as the clear cut best, and he went 6 rings. How is that? How would he even make it? Because me personally, I don't think Mahomes needs to get 7 to match Tom Brady. He doesn't need to get 7 because if we talk about carry jobs and how Super Bowl performances, 2020 Bucks, Tom Brady that whole playoff run, that wasn't mid. That was the defense.
The defense is going crazy.
Versus the Rams in the Super Bowl, he put up 13 points.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to say like just let Mahomes play out just a little bit, fine. But like I don't think he needs to get 6. If he gets 6,
if he's already at 3 at 28, it's not like
okay. But MJ, here's my other rebuttal to that though, because we've said on this show multiple times, Brady, after he won that 3rd one, he went on a drought, a 10-year drought. Matter of fact,
yeah, I don't believe Mahomes gonna have that.
Yeah, I know, but here's my thing though. Brady didn't really like start getting into GOAT convos till he beat Legion of Boom, and then for me, it got solidified after 28-3.
After 5.
So after 5, that's when he was like, all right, he passed Montana. It's legit now. If Mahomes just gets to 4, them 4 rings, he did it as the best quarterback in the league. He would have had 2 MVPs, 2 5K seasons, which I don't care what type of pass-happy league we're in. That's still crazy. I think he's one of the 3 quarterbacks that have multiple. It's him, Drew, and Tom with multiple 5K. So that's still a hard thing to do. And mind you, these last 2 rings, and then if we yeah, he might. But and then also if we talk about the last 2 rings, last year was supposed to be the year where they took a step back. They won and they beat an Eagles team that a lot of people thought was the favorite and should dominate. And then this year, with the most drops in the league, wide receiver core horrible.
Lost to Eric Bieniemy.
He did it again. And Matt Nagy, that game, I don't know what you was doing in the first half.
Bro, I hated some of those play calls.
And also, G-Baby, to add on, G-Baby, we talking about these ring stuff. Don't let him three-peat. If he three-peats, it's over.
Oh, it's done.
It's never been done. A three-peat's never been done. So.
It's never been done. So if he three-peats, over with. Done.
Also, I respect people who say, "Oh, Brady was 40 and winning a Super Bowl," but people discount how young Patrick Mahomes is. Like, this is not normal to win as much as he's winning at the age he is right now. Like, it's ridiculous. But we also you want to praise Brady for being really old. You got to praise Mahomes for being really young.
Yeah, very young. Yeah, but we have to understand though.
No, that's true.
Wait, hold on, y'all. We still got to get through the guys though. So
he about to get his ass jump. You say some crazy shit.
Random. Yeah, you could go first, and then because you the second to last. I want to be on. So Random, go ahead, Random. It's your floor, bro. They said they also. I didn't watch what happened, Random, but apparently they said you was crashing out last night. So. Now, but Random, does this also apply to your argument? You was in the group chat with Ty. This is all that same day.
Yeah.
AJ Rod, did you get them super chats?
My thing.
Yeah, I got all the $10 ones, and then these $5 ones I was gonna do after we finish with early.
My
$10 ones we had to do right away.
I'll handle besides the thing. Yeah, so I'm running on 2 hours of sleep because I rewatched the game twice last night.
W dedication.
So right now the biggest part is I have to apologize because I was off the yak a little bit. The Super part was a little lit. I got a little too lit.
W honesty.
Accountability. Love to see it.
Now, obviously, with as mid as Mahomes played in the first half, it was as magical as he played in the second and over. He was amazing. He was amazing. Obviously, making the plays that he played, whether it was with his hand, with his arm, or with his feet. He was fantastic. And my biggest thing, I even look at Purdy. I've heard a lot of people, even including myself, say he played better. He obviously didn't play better, but I still think he played pretty good, especially dealing with what he did. If Mahomes wasn't going to win the MVP, I would have given it to Chris Jones. Chris Jones was fantastic. He saved 3 touchdowns by himself. If you go back and watch the game, obviously I don't have the all 22.
Who's the genius that said he'd be a sleeper pick for Super Bowl MVP? Oh, this guy right here, top 3.
And I know that it saved me from being the bottom, but I'm sorry, man. 49ers winning that game. Juwan Jennings the MVP, and I'm laughing at y'all doing something that only Nick Foles has done apparently. Yeah. So he was great. Purdy was pretty good, but it showed just the level that he still needs to get to, because I understand that Chris Jones is attacking you, but you got to make those plays. Brady makes those plays. Mahomes makes those plays, right? And I legitimately think that blitz, I believe, I can't remember who the safety was.
McDuffie
in overtime, where he just misses because I think it was Ayuk won the route, but he just didn't look.
That was Chris Jones. The goal line play.
The goal line. No. The one in overtime when they decided to kick the field.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So, and I think even I understand he didn't have that much time. I think you could still make that throw and you keep going. And also, I may be one of the few who's like, I think I would just went for it. I don't want Mahomes to get the ball back with me only giving him.
Random, can I ask you a question? I don't even mean to be a troll, but I really got to ask you a question because you watched the game 3 times. Did Juwan Jennings look like the best receiver for the 49ers against potentially the best set of corners in the football?
He was the best. He was the best receiver on the field for the 49ers, and that's why because I legitimately thought I'd have to see how Debo and Ayuk face off against their 2 corners, but I think I legitimately thought he was just great. He was just great.
You think he made some money? You think he just made some bread in the offseason?
He should.
Is he a free agent?
I don't know. He's also a 7th round pick too.
Oh, he's a free agent. I think he made him some bread.
Hey.
No, let him finish. Random finish. It's your turn.
So now, mind you, right now he's the GOAT. Like Mahomes, he's the best of all time. But in my opinion, he's still not the GOAT. In my opinion, I'm not saying that he has to win 7, but if he wins 5, he got it. He got it, in my opinion. Okay. Obviously, the longevity for Brady and all that. And I know y'all don't like it, and I'll say it. And maybe I'm not gonna say it as loud as I did last night, but to get work like that in the Super Bowl should count for something. When it wasn't just his O-line was gone, he was also bad in that game. The same way y'all saw him be bad against the Raiders this year, he was bad in that game. And to not even score a touchdown is crazy. Oh, so mind you, am I saying Tom Brady is lily white? No, because you can always throw 18-1 at me. Obviously, you can always throw that because he choked in that game. He did not play as well as we expected him to. 2011, he did not play as well as expected him to. And if y'all want to go throw the backup quarterback in, that's why I put random guy apologizes. But I'm still blaming Bill Belichick for that because benching your best corner off something we still don't know what he's done to this day is crazy. And having to go shot for shot with your backup quarterback is crazy.
Yeah, I like it.
So obviously, look, I'm gonna treat the way that 0-2 the same way Eli Manning fans treat 0-2 against Brady. Hey, he could beat Brady when it matters. He's 0-2 against Brady, so I'm gonna be a little nasty. But Mahomes was great, and he's clearly on the trajectory. Obviously, we have no idea what could happen, and I'm not trying to be like he's gonna get hurt or whatever, right? Or whatever. But based on his trajectory, he's going to be the GOAT. But I'm also always going to fight back against the 2020 Super Bowl because if he finds a way to win that game, you're already calling him the GOAT, and I wouldn't have nothing to say. He also played bad in that game. Y'all got it.
All right. Last but certainly not least. My boy has not said a word for all of almost 52 minutes straight. Impressive stuff.
That's how you know he lost like 20K on Brock Purdy.
This gotta be a first for Early's career. This gotta be a first for Early's lifetime.
Hey, Early, who you hate worse, Brock Purdy or Bryce Young?
Hey, give me the full screen, J-Rob.
Yo, it's Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Come
on, Early, talk to us, buddy.
Come on, bro. Yo, we love you, bro. Just talk to us. What's going on?
Therapy session. Come on.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know. I ain't not approached the situation last night. I lost 10,000. I definitely lost 10,000 last night.
That's wild.
Yeah,
crazy.
Last night.
I didn't go laugh at
Wait, you bet $10,000 last night?
10 bets is crazy early. Or a couple props, just that single bet.
I'm finna call you tonight. You just blew mine. Why would you do that?
Other people. Some of you niggas ain't never seen 10K. No offense.
Damn.
So for me,
shot.
Damn, bro. I see 10K.
I came on here. Not really want to be on here today, honestly. Definitely a crazy situation. But man, coming on here and seeing myself in last, I ain't got too much to say, man. I get it. I get it's easy to ride the wave of niggas who've already won. But to put me last, y'all ain't fucking with me. So you just here so I don't get fined, big dog.
He ain't even on the couch.
Get back in the lab, baby. Get back in the lab, Early.
Hey, he ain't even on the couch. He on the floor, gang.
Get back in the lab. That's all you gotta do. Get back in the lab.
Hey, Early. Was Marvin's room playing in your room before you went to sleep last night? Because that has got to be tough, gang. That's got to be tough. Like,
Chris Brown say goodbye. He probably listened to Usher's confession.
But early, you know you did have the wrongest take of everybody's prediction. Like, majority of everything you said really did not happen, bro.
It be like that sometimes.
Like, bro, like, listen, dog. Like, this is why, and this is what happens, yo. They remember you for what you didn't do, not for what you did do. I put you at the top of the mountain, brother. I believed in your talent. When you was shooting like Steph Curry and hitting shot for going band for band for band, I loved you then. I let you finish the story. You held the title. Wasn't you at the top for damn near 3 weeks straight?
Especially during the
But now I
time with
don't.
the Eagles.
Now I don't love you. All right.
When the Eagles was falling off a cliff. Oh man,
The 49ers on that win streak.
Oh man,
Yo, you still a big dog early. It's just about like, come on, this is the redemption arc now.
You tough, right? You
It's
tough,
okay.
right?
You choked in the playoffs.
You was pulling up with mean coats. You was pulling up with mean coats.
no shirt, no shirt.
Mean
Looking
coats.
like Randy
Oh,
Ross.
that's a
Oh
fact.
my god.
Come on, right?
That's like
I
2 weeks ago.
I got one more question because Trent brought something to my attention, so I gotta bring it
I'm
up.
crying, bro.
Who was Trent? Can you remind me who said Debo was a top 10 receiver? Damn.
Who said
Look,
that?
look
Who
for
said-
it. Look, Hornswoggle. Look. My co-partner headache game. Bam. Debo top 10 still?
Debo?
Because we want to talk about George
Not
Kittle.
good, man, but not
This
good.
rah-rah. Debo was actually running routes and getting strapped. Kittle was moving like a left tackle. He had to block.
Oh,
He was
Bama, you
actually
said
running
Debo.
routes.
But here's the thing though, because I've been
he
saying
is.
this. I've been saying
Wait, you
this since
still talking?
before. I've been saying this since before PressBox's inception, whatever you want to call it. I told y'all 2 years ago on Gridiron. I told y'all Debo ain't like that. He ain't a good route. If he changed his position from wide receiver to running back, he'd be a top 10 running back in the league. But no, y'all swear he a receiver because what? The yak? Can't run routes. Saw that evident. Hey, can't obviously stars and hands at you. Y'all saw Legarius Sneed put them paws on Tyreek Hill. What y'all think was finna happen to Debo? What did y'all think was finna happen to Debo? I told y'all. He got him in their face. Bro, no, it wasn't even that too. It wasn't even just that he was getting boxing. No, there was balls that literally hit him in
No,
his
he
head.
straight dropped
Balls in his hands. Wasn't coming up with it. Getting strapped. And then the one time he got open, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy missed him wide open. What was it? 11 targets, 3 catches, 33 yards? Oh, and then the one thing he's good at, 8 rush yards. 8 rush yards. So can we what do we need? What else do we need to see about Debo? What else do we need to see about Debo? I've been trying to tell y'all. And then also too, last thing, because I know we got to move on too. The last thing I'm gonna say about this.
No worries, bro.
We talk about Patrick Mahomes. Oh, he didn't really play all that well and all that crap. It was 25-22. That was the final score, right?
Yeah.
It was 25-22, and they gave San Francisco the ball, I think 3 times.
Yeah, they did.
A pick, a fumble in the red zone. Isaiah Pacheco started turning into Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They gave him plenty of opportunities.
But let's not act like the 49ers were playing Lily White either, though.
No, they made mistakes too.
McCaffrey fumbled that first drive. We're driving down the field. McCaffrey fumbles right there,
and they held him to 0. Made him play.
Then it was, and then
the punt drop or punt.
I want to talk about something else random. And you could start it with this because this is what we really need to get to.
Yeah, talk about it.
Somebody, and I gotta get to the bottom of this. Did people really think Purdy played a better game than Mahomes last night?
I was on the yak. The yak said,
you said that, random. You said that.
The yak was crazy.
All right. Well, now that you're sober, now that you're sober and you're back on earth with us. Now, could you tell us what was your honest opinion of Brock Purdy's play in the Super Bowl? And also, I just wanted to make sure I said this out loud. The Cam Newton 5, all eliminated. Just so we know. The Cam Newton 5, everybody got eliminated. So random thoughts on his performance.
If I had to give him like on a grading scale, I think he played like a B- to a B game, in my opinion. That's what I think he did. He missed a lot of throws, but I thought for the majority of the time, I thought he was pretty poised.
Wait, Mahomes or Purdy?
Purdy.
Okay.
Did he not say Purdy?
No. I'm just making sure.
No, you good.
Yeah, he played. Purdy played a B- to B game. He obviously did miss. Throws. But for most part, I thought he played well. His big problem was he couldn't make the throws in key times. I think they were like 3 for 12 on third down. The 49ers were.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if he finds a way to handle that rush by McDuffie and just hits Ayuk on the out, maybe we're having a different discussion. But that's what it takes, those little things. Because when you saw how the game was going, the Chiefs were getting all the little things to keep the game close until Mahomes could get it, right? Whether it's the McCaffrey fumble, because I thought that was a huge drive to start the game. They drive right down their throat, and then McCaffrey fumbles. And then the one thing where I was a punt returner, the minute it touches somebody's leg, just dive on the ball. What you doing, Ray, trying to pick it up and run with it? Probably it doesn't help because right there, and we talked about this all the time, J-Rob, Bama, anybody who's played football, momentum switches like that, and immediately Mahomes scores, and now you're on the back foot when legitimately the 49ers were like, I can't believe it, because Steve Wilkes was coaching, was calling a masterclass, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was.
So
I think all the coaching was good, I'll be honest.
So it was just one of those things where Purdy, if you want to get these questions off of you, you got to be able to make these plays when it matters most. It's great that you're able to take the people that you have, because even when you look at the thing, he had like 5 all-pros on his offense alone. So you got to be able to make these plays for people to truly put you. My opinion, I still think Purdy is top 10, but he's like at the bottom of the 10, like still at the bottom of the 10. But you got to be able to make these plays when it matters most, in my opinion. You just have to. And that's what realistically cost the 49ers. Well, not just that, but also I think Kyle Shanahan should really be beating himself up in the mirror, because starting the second half off by trying to make Brock Purdy be this passer, when I'm like, just run the ball, bro, and all this. Not the fact that your players didn't know the overtime rules, but everybody else knew, apparently, is crazy. I think Kyle, we need to
preparation. Yeah,
we need to have more conversations about Kyle. Even though you're a great coach in the league, this keeps happening to you and you're not fixing it. So now J-Rob and all them would be like, we're calling you a fraud until you say otherwise. Because 2-39 or 2-38 is crazy, bro. Crazy.
Like let's talk.
2-39 2-39 is absolutely.
I'm finna make filet mignon in a minute.
Can we address
I know.
Let me go. Yeah, go ahead, Riddell. Go ahead.
Because I want to stick up Brock Purdy real quick before y'all start cooking Kyle Shanahan. For Brock Purdy, overall, I think he played, pretty decent game. Like, I think he was making some throws, and there were some key plays, like with the Christian McCaffrey pressure, and he threw. It was like, okay, Purdy, there was a play where he was running out the pocket, took a step back, and threw it. I think it was to Juszczyk, and then he got a first down.
Like Chris Jones on the play.
There were some things that Purdy was doing well, but considering how much people cooked Jimmy G, and if you watch that Super Bowl, Jimmy G was also playing very well until the fourth quarter, when it was time for the Chiefs to go on their run. So when it comes down to Purdy, I don't have him top 10, but I respect the game that he played. Some things that pointed out that didn't really show on the game plan, and the reason why they were able to take advantage is, we talked about it before, the ability to consistently get pressure on Purdy, knowing that he won't be able to make the play. L'Jarius Sneed actually said it in a press conference. He said, we want Purdy to throw. That's what they said. They wanted Purdy to throw the ball. They wanted it in his hands. And even though he was doing...
You went out. You cut out.
I think your mic cut out. I don't know. Maybe his thing is tripping. Maybe they think
yeah.
Can we get to the bottom of this? Because I keep hearing this, and we can't hear you, Riddell. But how is Brock Purdy top 10?
Thank you. Like, I don't get it. Yes, we can.
And the way that I list my quarterbacks, he's fringe top 10. If you want to say he's 11 to, if you want to say he's 12 to 10, that's where I always have him at. I'm not saying.
If you think he's top 10, my only thing is, if you think he's top 10, what
how did he get there? Whose tier is he with? Who's the tier of quarterbacks he's with in that 10, 11, 12?
Yeah.
Like Jared Goff.
Even 9. Who's at 9 then? Yeah, like 9, 10, 11.
Like I'd put same tier as Jared Goff, Dak. That's where I would put him at.
So everybody healthy. Rodgers healthy. Kirk Cousins healthy.
I think, in my opinion,
he's top 10.
In my opinion, if Rodgers is healthy, Rodgers is better than him.
Okay.
What about Kirk? What about Kirk?
I would take Purdy over Kirk, in my opinion.
This shit
crazy.
It's so crazy. Wait. Hold on.
Random. I like it. Honestly, I like it. Random. I actually like that. Random.
I don't like it, Rob.
I like it. Random. Random.
Early, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that early.
Don't do that early.
Random. Can I ask you a question? Random. I know it's crazy, but You know, I think I'm gonna ask Random this because I'm gonna play devil's advocate with Random. Random, do you think he's better than Kirk just because you think he plays a little bit bigger in pressure situations better than Kirk Cousins?
Yes, he
I knew it.
Yo, that
I
shit.
told you that. I told y'all that though. I told y'all that about Kirk. Hold on. G, Trent, Riddell, I always said that about Kirk. It's gonna be that about him. Y'all get mad at me for like I'm a hater. I know he could go for big yards. I know
Literally
he
in
could go
Brock
for
Purdy's
300
2
touchdowns.
years. In
You know why
Brock
I
Purdy's
don't
2
like
years.
But I told you this is gonna be the criticism.
Yeah, but I understand that though. I understand.
I told y'all
that.
this.
In Brock Purdy's 2 years, he's
The
accomplished.
only reason why I don't
He's
like that,
accomplished things only Kirk
the only
Cousins
reason
has
why I don't
dreamed
like
of.
I don't care. He has a better team.
Come on, the only reason why I don't like that, Gerald, especially when it comes to Brock Purdy just got blessed and landed into the best situation of a quarterback to ever land in. So he doesn't have the opportunities of Kirk Cousins to really show that he's fold under the big pressure. Because again, he's on a phenomenal team. He's on a goated team for a quarterback. Like again, these weapons that Brock Purdy has as a whole has been the best weapons on a team since the greatest show on turf.
Right. No, I agree. Let me get to
Brock Purdy was a
Yes, J-Rob. Yes, J-Rob.
personally, they gave him a winning game.
Let me get to this $10
Yes,
joint because you know when
Yes,
we get to the
J-Rob.
$10, we gotta let him go right now. Shout out to that man, Guts. So if Golf and Dak was missing those throws in the Super Bowl, we'd be saying he played a B game. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Riddell. Yeah, I was gonna say, Riddell, I thought the grade was a little, and if that's how you really feel, if you really think he's a B, I think that's a little disingenuous of a score, because I think in a lot of ways when he's throwing to wide open targets, it's like good job, Brock. But I think in critical situations where Brock had to be bigger, like Manny came on open field and said, you know, he thinks in order for the 49ers to win, Brock would have to be a game-changing type of player in that game.
Agreed.
And yeah. I think Brock did some good things. I'm going to tip my hat off to him because I think he can play. I think he's a starter in the National Football League 100%. I think he can play. I think he's a little above average of a game manager. He got some moxie. But if I were to truly give him a grade, I'm giving him like a C. Because the first half was cool. But at the end of the day, I also got to remember they had to run a crazy trick play to get their first touchdown of the game. I mean, ultimately, I like the Jennings touchdown for sure. But he was about a C. Like C plus, 78. But that last quarter of the football game showed you the difference in level between Mahomes and everybody else, and really like that whole idea of a game manager versus a game changing type of player. Because when you need it the absolute most, when the pressure of the game is at its most critical, I think Mahomes showed that there is really levels to this. Because I will say this, Chris Jones, and I don't know, I don't know what Brock was seeing because I look at certain things like in football, right? Quarterbacks in the NFL have autonomy over their offense in the terms of like you can something to check an audible, you can shift the protection. It's your idea to call out and figure out where the pressure is. And on that last one where Chris Jones was the free hitter up the inside, I don't know if Brock could have maybe shifted the protection because at the end of the day, I know everybody's like he missed Ayuk, but you're not going to be able to see Ayuk with Chris Jones coming right down the middle of your face. And I don't know how he was the free hitter in that situation.
Also, I will say this though. I feel like y'all been a little bit disingenuous with Brock Purdy. I will push back right there. Fours with the grade. If you want to give it to him that he didn't win and you want to plummet his grade like that, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he was going against
barely snuck in.
A C is not a bad grade, though. A C is not a bad grade.
But the reason why I would say it's a B game, the reason why I would say it's a B game, because the simple fact of outside of one mistake, which we saw this 2 years in a row, where if Jalen Hurts arguably played better than Patrick Mahomes last year, but what happened? He made one mistake, and Mahomes was able to capitalize and win the fucking Super Bowl off that one.
He didn't play like Jalen Hurts did.
But
he did not play like Jalen Hurts.
But listen, even though he did not play like Jalen Hurts, but to the team and what they asked of him how to run that offense, he did play something similar to Jalen Hurts.
But he made more than one mistake, though.
Yeah,
I also want to respond to that.
You can say he made more than he made more than one mistake, but what I'm solely speaking off of the mistakes, what I'm saying is, like for instance, when Dak played the Niners last year, the pocket was clean when he threw those two picks.
He was trash.
If y'all want to be on him, I'm like, hey, bro, you got to make plays in the face of pressure, bro. But that's what separates Mahomes from everybody else.
I agree
with that. He's able to make those plays. So I'm not finna put the Mahomes grade off on Brock Purdy, but given last overall pick, getting them to where they are right now,
So you're grading him on a curve.
How would you have graded Josh Allen in the playoffs against Mahomes?
Yeah,
He would have graded an F.
too. Yeah,
He would have graded an F.
Huh?
He played better than Purdy.
Bama. He played better than Purdy.
He did.
Josh Allen
What I'm saying to you, like, hold on, I want to make sure I clarify this to the chat.
So J. Rock,
I'm not saying Purdy
what
played
do you mean playing better though? Because this is Super Bowl.
So this is what I think. When I look at this game, right? I look at Purdy's game, and I don't blame the game on Purdy. I actually do not blame the loss on Purdy. I put it more on. I honestly blame the loss on the head coach because I just think there's some things he could have did better. Like Bama, he's this wonder kid, and he got out coordinated by a fossil. Shout out to Spags though, real doghead, like real legend. But Spags out coordinated him. They were playing a game of chess, and Spags did a better job. And so I got to put that on the game plan. I got to put that on the head coach. I also think the fact that you don't even understand the rules of overtime is a lack of preparation by the head coach, because you shouldn't win the toss and have given them the football. I thought that was idiotic. That's a huge thing to do, but that's on the head coach. So I want you to know, Bam, I'm not saying this to ill will Brock Purdy, but to me, when I look at his overall game, I'm gonna just give him a C plus, that range, because he didn't really wow me either. He did a lot of good things. He played within himself, I thought, for the most part, and I think that Chiefs defense made a lot of plays. They tried to make Brock Purdy do some other things that he couldn't do. I also think his wide receivers got locked up. You know, it looked a lot of like what I saw when
that's what I was saying, because that pass to Debo, McDuffie just had
McDuffie, he had him locked up. No, I think
that was a great pass Purdy threw now. That was a great pass Purdy threw.
But there was a few like
what I'm saying is I think the game plan, he missed some throws, and that's why the reason why I say he's a C is because he missed some throws I think were critical throws he had missed, but they weren't the end all be all. I just do feel like, though, even if the game plan of the coach isn't phenomenal, that still impacts your quarterback. Because if I go to the Ravens game, as much as we blame a lot of it on Lamar, I hated the game plan towards that back second half of the football game. And I think that ultimately affected how I graded him in the game. And he took a lot of blame for that. And I'm already giving Brock Purdy out to say the game not even his fault. But I'm not going to say he played an 85-plus game. I don't believe that. You
can't show me no plays from Sunday where Brock Purdy was just holding the ball and getting sacked off just holding the ball how Lamar was. Lamar was just
getting his passes batted down. But he was also just getting his passes batted down. He threw some bad decisions. He almost threw an interception as well. So he got bailed out too, brother. Don't forget, that third down play, if Trent McDuffie's not holding Jennings, that's a critical down right there.
They would have punted it.
It would have punted. It might have been a fumble, depending on. So all I'm saying is he wasn't bad, but to give him a C plus, just say he was all right. Like he played decent. But I'm not giving him a B plus. That's both.
People need to take into account when it comes to that game that Brock Purdy didn't have any glaring mistakes, but he has like very glaring weaknesses that it was very easy for the Chiefs to take advantage of. And that was huge in the game. Matter of fact, like Trent talks about it constantly when it comes to George Kittle. The reason why George Kittle couldn't really get loose is because they had to have 6 blockers constantly. That's a weakness on Purdy because he can't handle the pressure and he can't really read the blitzes because he's not mature enough. To be fair, this is his second year, but he's just not that guy. So these weaknesses were stuff that Spags was able to consistently take advantage of, which is to be fair, a detriment to Purdy, and he has to grow from that. If he doesn't, this 49ers team is not going to get over the hump. I'm be completely honest.
I don't know, man. I just feel like y'all being disingenuous with Spags' zone blitz scheme. That whole playoff run, his zone blitz scheme has been phenomenal, bro. And that shit is a headache for anybody.
I just said he outplayed Kyle Shanahan. But said he out-coordinated him.
Because look,
that disingenuous.
Because even when we saw,
I want to give Brock Purdy a B.
Even when we showed against Lamar, bro, it was the same thing. They was getting sacks and everything on him too off the zone blitz scheme. Spags just, I don't know what it was, but Spags just turned into a demon over the playoffs. And that scheme he put together should go in a fucking museum. It should go in a museum.
And that's literally my point. And that's literally my point. That's my whole point. And so I think Spags' game plan is a part of the reason why I don't think he got a B plus, bro.
But Bama also too. The problem is Bama. If that's the case, that's fine. Like B, C, whatever. If that's the case, we should not be putting Brock Purdy in a tier that, in my opinion, shouldn't be in. If these are the weaknesses we're talking about, he can't read when the blitz is coming. He can't handle pressure in his face. Why are we putting him in conversations with guys?
Because in the 2 through 10 range, that's damn near all of their flaws. All of them.
Wait,
all
in what? In what?
in the 10 through in the 2 through 10 range, outside of Mahomes, and then that gap.
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen,
all it. Listen,
they can't handle pressure.
We even talked about with Josh Allen from this last playoff. He missed the read, and that's why they lost the game.
Well, most of the game he was handling pressure extremely well.
He still missed the read, though.
No.
He still missed the read.
But we're not harping on Brock Purdy for 1 week. And this has been a problem with Purdy the whole year. We've been saying this about him. You get pressure to Josh Allen. Yes, Josh Allen did miss a read for sure. He chose to go for the touchdown instead of the check down, and y'all killed him for it. Fine. But Josh Allen, he can handle pressure. Burrow, y'all say it all the time for all the Burrowhead and all that. Worst O-line in the league, he definitely can handle pressure.
For sure.
He wouldn't have been able to get to a Super Bowl without doing it. Herbert, you can say whatever you want about him. He can handle pressure. Lamar, even though he didn't do it in that game, Lamar has shown you, especially this year with the new corner and everything, he's better at handling that pressure. He's gotten better at that. So if you want to say maybe like the 10 through 15 range, sure, I guess, but even with that, look, you know I'm not a Kirk guy, but to put him over Kirk all of a sudden, when let's be real, Kirk has had nowhere near the O-line that Brock Purdy and even Jimmy G got blessed to play with. Kirk, even Jared Goff too. One of the big criticisms y'all have for knocking him down and saying Kirk cleared him was because of Jared Goff's inability to handle pressure. But now Brock Purdy's over him all of a sudden when he got the same issues.
All I'm saying, G baby, what I seem like people just got to stay consistent, because that's when Jalen Hurts got towards the top 5 quarterback convos once they saw his performance versus a Patrick Mahomes. Again, you brought up the point of all of them quarterbacks having moments where they was able to hit Reeves, Lamar, and all of those guys. I'm not tripping off of those moments right there. All we grading these dudes off of right now, from what I've been hearing these past few shows, all we've been grading these dudes off of how well can they fare off when they match up against Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game. And when they match up against Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game, all of those flaws, you can say that for all of them, 2 through 10 outside of Joe Burrow. 3 through 10. So fair enough. 3 through 10, you could say that for all of those dudes when they match up with Patrick Mahomes in them playoffs. You could say that for all of them. They somehow miss reads. They somehow don't do what they need to do to score a touchdown or a field goal or something of that magnitude, bro. We could say this for every quarterback. Every time Brock Purdy had a chance to score or put some type of points on the board, he was able to put his offense in position to do that outside of one time from what I saw. Now, if y'all want to see also this, if y'all want to say, hey, it was a few more throws he missed up in there, but we saw Jalen Hurts almost play the perfect game and had one glaring mistake where he did not pick up that first down.
And that's
why so we saw it. We saw a quarterback pretty much had a perfect game and make one mistake versus Patrick Mahomes, lose the game. You're not finna tell me, oh, them 2 passes, what he missed on would have made a pretty much big difference.
Wait,
because whatever the thing with Mahomes, bro,
it was a 3-point game. So yeah,
situation you put him in the playoffs.
And the 49ers defense.
Bama, it was a 3-point game. It was a 3-point game, Bama. Bama, it was a 3-point. I'm sorry, Terry. Bama, it was a 3-point. Bama,
y'all some nasty son of a gun, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Y'all so full of shit, bro.
Bama, it was a 3-point game. So in this case, if he does hit Debo open, that makes a difference. So when you bringing up Jalen Hurts, yeah, that one mistake, it was a 1-possession game. If let's just say the Eagles, for instance, let's just say they get blown out. Jalen Hurts still plays well. They just don't score. They get blown out. We're not looking at that one mistake as bad because it doesn't change anything. The Eagles lost by 3. So that fumble for a touchdown makes a difference. Them not getting that first makes a difference. Brock Purdy in this game, it was a pretty much a 1-possession game for most of it. So yeah, you missing them critical throws. It matters, especially when we've already seen last year when Mahomes was supposed to have a down year. Granted, he definitely had a way better coordinator, but nevertheless, when he was supposed to have the down year and it still didn't matter, we always talk about the Brady where, hey, you give him time, you just know he's going to do it. That's been Mahomes at this point. So yes, them touchdowns, you can't afford to keep kicking field goals. And the defense played way better than the Eagles did last year. Way better than
even way more opportunities to score. Like, and also, and that's had those same opportunities. He's scoring every time. That's how he's playing the Super Bowl.
Last thing I'll say, bringing up Jalen Hurts.
You got to let Lonnie go next before
Jalen Hurts. Hurts on that night looked like the best quarterback on the planet. He literally looked like the best quarterback on the planet.
Yeah,
Compared to
played
Brock Purdy,
phenomenal.
played mid the whole game.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say about that.
Go ahead, Lonnie. Go ahead, Lonnie.
So Purdy, like I give him like a 78, like a C plus. I think I was talking to Gerald about it, like in the Telegram. Like there were some plays he made where I was like, oh, I didn't know he could move like that. Like he's the Daniel Jones the Giants thought that they were paying for. That's how he played. Like when he juked that one boy, I was just like, oh. But at the end of the day, like when it mattered most, he really didn't get it done. I'm not gonna put it all on him because the people clowning George Kittle. If you saw that O-line without Trent Williams, they were ass. They were like George Kittle needed the block, or he would have been killed by like the end of the first quarter. He would have died.
The second best lineman out there.
He was the second best lineman out there. Like George Kittle needed the block, or Purdy was not going to make it through the night.
So
he needs the block because he couldn't catch.
So I didn't know y'all valued. I didn't know. So y'all value blocking more than y'all taxing blocking more than.
If you
more
remember
than
when Travis like
right
ran
now?
up on Andy Reid, it's because they took him out for Noah because Noah can block and Travis can't.
And that was a bad idea. No lie.
So
that was a,
what happened
exactly,
that
was a bad idea. Exactly.
I didn't
What
like
happened
how
that play?
I don't like how he tried to G check him. That was crazy. That was
crazy.
Oh yeah, he did run up.
We in the Super Bowl.
No, we in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's I check.
I feel you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell no, I'm finna check.
Everything goes.
Coach on that bullshit right now,
Everything
J-Rod.
goes out the door. Yeah, everything goes out the door.
Coach
right
on that
now.
bullshit right now. I'm about to check him. No,
I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it.
Super Bowl to act like this.
There
Don't
were
let
I ain't mad
coaches
about it.
BS
I
in
ain't
the
mad
first
about
half.
it.
That
Who's gotta
BS
say
play
that?
calling
He
for the
said
Chiefs
we full
was
of
not
it.
good, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie. I want y'all to
You said we full of it.
Y'all on the shit, bro.
Go ahead, Cruz.
Nah, Cruz, you said we full of it. What's up? What's up?
Rub down. I'm starting with you first because I can tell you ain't never played football before. I'm coming in here right now.
I did
Rub
play
down.
football.
For you to come up here and say,
Keep on
and
going.
J-Rob over there spend some nasty stuff, hide behind his goddamn
Wow.
jacket. He up his old tricks right now, and Trent you with the shits too. This one we about to start right. Y'all
I look my killer in his
Trying
eyes.
to check me like I haven't played
Y'all
football.
up,
Keep
y'all up
going, bro.
with the bull crap. First of all, y'all know all year long that's the offense. He's always stayed in. I've been saying it all year. They don't use him as a tight end. He could be over 1,000-yard receiver tight end if they use him in that way.
He was this year.
He was over 1,000.
Yeah, George Kittle did get 1,000 yards this year. So
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about.
Listen what I'm saying, bro.
All right,
You
go
know
ahead.
what I mean. When he spread out as a receiver, if they used him like Kelsey, this man is in blocking 80% of the time, is what I'm saying. And he's still able to get the yards that he gets, bro.
That number
That's what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
Yo, in 10 years when we debate, we're gonna be like, damn, if Kittle just got more passes.
No, I ain't care about that.
That's
bro.
how it goes down. Come on, bro.
This
Stop
we're gonna go back to Purdy. The first drive, first of all, 3 points at least off the board because Christian McCaffrey fumbled the
100%,
100%.
I agree with that.
check that fumble too.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah,
Then we gonna sit up here and blame Brock Purdy when
Who specifically blamed Brock Purdy for everything? Because this is what I'm saying. Hold on, Cruiser. Because this be my issue. Y'all come up here emotional because y'all don't like people's opinions. But nobody up here said and blamed Purdy for the loss. Not one panelist blamed Purdy for the loss. So don't come up here emotional telling us what we blame Purdy for when nobody blamed Purdy. Continue, bro. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. Because you don't tell us what we did.
Would that be kind of blaming?
I blamed him for the missed throws. I didn't blame him for the loss.
He made it for the loss, though.
No.
Mahomes made bad plays too.
This is what I'm saying. Y'all be trying to do the semantic bull crap.
It's not semantics. It's not semantics.
No.
I literally came up here and said, I think the reason why the game was over, since you want to tell me I'm hiding with my sunglasses and stuff, if you're going to quote what we were talking about, quote me right, brother. And remember, I also played football.
I'm talking about
you said y'all. I don't know.
Listen what I'm saying.
Just he's not a big dog right now. Let him talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Big dog.
He didn't make the throws that he needed to make
everybody
to
every
win.
week.
What throws that he missed that he didn't make that he needed to make to win? That's what I'm waiting to see. First of all, what's the name was supposed to run a corner route. He threw it out the back of the end zone. Was the right play to do in that whole shot back there. What's the name was running straight towards the safety, so he threw it out the back of the end zone. What do coaches Trent? I'm talking to the receiver. What do coaches say? If the quarterback, if the receiver's in the way of the defender, you throw it out away from the DB or out of bounds, right or wrong.
I agree.
That's what he did. It was no open throw. He threw it out the back of the end zone, and the only throw that he missed really was the one to Debo, and he got smacked in his goddamn mouth. Show me a throw what Pat Mahomes made last night, where he got smacked in his goddamn mouth. And I tell you, even on the plays that he ran, there was an option play.
Didn't he throw a first down and didn't even look at that?
Pat Mahomes had a C game.
You know why Pat Mahomes didn't get slapped in the face? Because he's able to maneuver out of the pocket. He creates a space. Mahomes creates another pocket. Like
Mahomes
said.
literally
He also
threw a
did make
first
a
down.
throw with Nick
And
Bosa
then
in his
look
face,
at
by the way.
Look at
He
the
also
throwing.
did
Mahomes
Was
creates
that a first down? Was that a
space.
catch?
Jalen, Pat Mahomes had a C game. Let's be
That's
honest.
crazy.
Be real.
That is crazy.
Pat Mahomes did
He
it.
gave it a point.
Ain't no way.
I'm up here telling a weed full of S word to say that.
Hold on. You talking about the fourth quarter? What did Brock Purdy do in overtime? Dime after dime after dime.
Yeah, and set up for a field goal. What did Pat Mahomes do?
He got bailed out from a hole. They would have went.
Yeah, and the holding call.
Hold on.
The holding call saved the
What the fuck is going on today, bro?
Did you forget? Y'all don't want to talk about the totality. Brock Purdy drive down there. Did y'all forget?
If that was a C game by Mahomes and Purdy played the F
through the tight end, and
and
then
Purdy
he got
was
down
like
there,
an
what they
F.
got a hold of
This
him.
is
So it brought it down to
ridiculous.
third down to 12. Them the receivers were getting blanketed, bro. Brock Purdy
Quick
trying to
thing.
throw-
Quick thing. Cruiser.
Same
The
receivers
only
that were
thing
getting open on you.
I got to
This
push
is
back, and
ridiculous.
everybody bought this up. The reason why, if I'm a coach, right, and I got somebody like Brock Purdy in overtime, the reason why I want the ball first, even though Patrick Mahomes has shown he can get it done in those pressure situations, I still rather put him in them pressure situations to show us he can go ahead and get it done again. Because everybody talking about something, why would you take the ball first? You should give Mahomes the ball first. And then, so what if he go down there and score a touchdown? You got all of that pressure on a 7th round draft pick. So again, if I'm a coach, how I'm thinking, I want the least pressure as possible to see what we can get. And even if we score 3, that still put the pressure back on Mahomes to prove to us, can you continuously get it done in those crucial situations in the playoffs or Super Bowl? Regardless, I'm not mad at it. If Patrick Mahomes gets it done in those situations, congratulations. That's why he's having the GOAT talk again this morning. That's
Quick
why we
question:
stick
would
to
y'all
it.
have kicked the field goal there? Or y'all have gone for it? 'Cause I think
With,
I
with
would.
me-
Purdy
to me,
as a quarterback,
My game
I'm
plan,
taking
my
my
game plan,
points.
my game plan would have been on that drive, and this is why I say, because I want to make sure, again, I keep saying this so nobody knows. I blame the loss on Kyle Shanahan first at the top. I'm putting that loss on the coach first and foremost out of the whole team. Random down there, they were running the football on that drive, right? First of all, they got a second chance at life because they really was down in their own territory and that should have been a punt. They get the call, they get down. They are running the ball. Christian McCaffrey getting for like 5 yards a pop. My mindset should have been, I'm going to go with Mr. Christian McCaffrey first, hopefully get the first down. Then you got 4th and 2, 4th and inches, something short, because you're going to get 2 or 3 yards with McCaffrey. And then you could decide field goal or let's try to go and get this 1 or 2 yards to try to go up 6 because
You talking about
I think
overtime?
Riddell, this is overtime. This is overtime. And that's how I'm looking at it. Like Riddell is being true about one point where he said, like, even though we've seen Mahomes play well in high pressure situations, it is in your best interest to try to put him in the most pressure type of situation. Settling for 3 in overtime, the only thing I don't like about settling for 3 is that it changes your game plan. For the offense, it changes their game plan on the second drive. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not fighting against the clock. So just so you know, the overtime clock don't even really matter because you're not fighting against it. So it just ends the overtime. They're going to give you a new set of time. So you know, at least on your 4 downs, you can really decide to tie the game. We already got field goal range. So I know we can go get the tie. We got Harrison Bucker. And now we could scheme up for the first down. I just feel like when you play a guy like Mahomes, you just need to be
just
aggressive.
critical moments,
Yeah.
J-Rob, where Kyle Shanahan just he folded. He
Y'all
folded in
forget who
critical
folded?
moments. That to play, you're in the red zone. You know you're getting points. You are trying to score that touchdown. That's why I'm like. That's why I was mad. I was mad on especially when you know that Spagnuolo is gonna bring pressure like that.
Hey,
What'd you say,
Bama,
Cruiser?
You said that he trusted them in those situations. Did y'all forget the drive that they scored? They went for it on 4th down and Brock Purdy through the out route to Kittle.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm not, no. All I'm saying is I'm not tripping off that. What I'm saying is I'm not mad at the coach for taking the ball first because with that immense pressure, Stat Path has said it the best. I want my best unit on the field last. And the best unit for the 49ers is the defense.
The defense
So that is
was
very
already
smart.
tired. They had Jefferson
Also,
on the
this
field.
too. Also,
That's
this
why they had
I wanna say
6
this.
minutes in overtime to
Hold on,
rest.
one second,
Cruiser.
though. I do want to say this. In the Super Bowl, bro, man, you take the points, bro. Again, in that situation, you could sit there and be like, oh man, he finna score a touchdown. But we don't know. That is the pressure we just put on him with one of the better defenses in the NFL. He still has to go out there and figure out a way to get a touchdown. Versus if I go for it, right, and don't get it, man, me as a coach, I am so sick on that sideline when I see that field goal go in.
What did we just get mad at Dan
Can I
Campbell
go real
for?
quick? Can I go real quick?
Go ahead,
We're
Ray.
talking a lot,
Yeah,
G,
go
baby.
for it.
Nobody come to you, Otis. So for me, on the
You talk
big
all the
time,
time, bro. You and your feelings, bro.
Yeah,
You talk all
yeah.
the time. The one time you want to be
Highlight.
quiet. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead, bro. You just
Go ahead,
all
Ray.
the time.
So for me, I do believe in overtime. I'm gonna say this: overtime. I think it's second and full, and they inside the 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Shanahan, and I think he was overthinking himself, they know you're going to run it. Instead of running it with McCaffrey getting stuffed, making third and full, that's when you play action. Like
I agree with that.
then it's going to be third and full any damn way if I complete the pass. Now we go for the run or we go for the pass. But I think of them both of them third and fulls because they had 2 third and full, but they could have won the game for me. I think Kyle Shanahan overthought it. Even the third and full play, you had Christian McCaffrey. If you kept him in the slot where he was at, you run a slant route with him. They already was pressured on the outside. You made Kittle and them run outside routes. If you let Chris McCaffrey run across the side he supposed to, you might get him for a wide open pass for a touchdown.
Right.
But you have him do an end around just to not give him the ball.
Yeah.
If you're going to do an end around, then you might as well give him the rock and see what he can do with it. I definitely think Shanahan John was overthinking. He was overthinking like shit.
I just think he didn't have to get cute, bro. Like I feel like at that last drive, it's like, and this is again, maybe he didn't understand overtime rules because we got to also remember that like the players did say like they didn't realize that the overtime rules, they didn't realize the playoff overtime rules were different. And I'm not excusing that because that's on you to know as
any sense.
That's on the coaching staff.
That's on your coaching. Yeah, that's on your staff. But my whole thing is, I agree with Brock. I mean, I agree with Early. Like he did overthink it a little bit. And again, like you have to, and you know, and I think Riddell said earlier, this was great coaching. I think by all the coordinators, Wilkes, Shanahan, Spags, Nagy, and Andy Reid. But at the end of the day, there's only one winner, and you still got to say we still have to admit, like Spags did a better job of containing Shanahan than Shanahan did of taking advantage of Spags. And it was that, and like Bama said, it's that zone blitz scheme. You got these 2 physical ass corners who will hem you up at the line and disrupt your timing. You know, in NFL, the timing is everything. And so, I mean, the reason why I look on Shanahan for this because he did call some good things, like the touchdown to McCaffrey. That's a balls on the table type of call. It's the Super Bowl. We going for broke. I love that. But you also ran power on the last drive of the game, and you was getting 5 yards of carry. You overthinking it at the end. Like sometimes you don't always gotta overthink it. Like you to me on that first drive of the playoffs, I mean in the overtime, you're always playing for a touchdown. I'm not even thinking about field goal. I think you should always play to get 6 in overtime. Don't play for 3 unless it's like third and long or
the reason why I got to push back again, and that's why I probably feel early on the overthinking or overanalyzing again throughout that drive, even though they was averaging 5 yards a pop after that last 12-yard run by McCaffrey. He did get up very slow, and he said, "Hey, let me come out.
I need a break." They put Mitchell in for 2 yards.
As a coach, I understand why. Hey, maybe I won't keep pounding as he already has 1 fumble. I don't want to keep overworking him like that. And we all know Christian McCaffrey was fragile until he got to San Francisco. So, I mean, that was just mildly weird that he's not fragile anymore. But
they got a holding penalty when Mitchell got the first down. That's what pushed them back and made it third down and whatever. Third down and 12.
Yeah. The backup tight end was in the game, number 9.
J-Rob, also to push back on too, the reason why like we talk about, should he have went for it or whatever the case or 4th down? We literally 2 weeks ago just got mad at Dan Campbell for not taking his points when he should have and go for it on 4th down when Josh Reynolds dropped the pass. I think Jared Goff missed somebody because he got pressure. We just got mad at him because even though, and this is when they were up like 3 possessions, we were like, bro, take your points because they lost by 3. If he takes those 2 field goals, they win by 3. So we just got mad at Dan Campbell for doing that. Kyle Shanahan, yes, I know you want to score a touchdown because you want to. Hey, if you're going to make Mahomes drive, you're going to make him drive the whole field. We know Mahomes driving for 3, he did it in 13 seconds. So we know we don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, that's too much of a gamble when you don't have a quarterback that you are 100% confident in, you know will make this first down. Because if you don't, and all they do is have to get 3, that changes it entirely. How you have to get
also this 2G, baby. Also this 2. Y'all just
hey, bro. Y'all always say this. This is why I say it. Y'all wording, bro. How y'all say stuff. A coach gonna scheme his offense around his players.
100%.
Y'all know he got a quarterback that he don't know. How y'all know it's him? Them goddamn receivers couldn't get open.
Yeah, they was getting blocked. That's what I was about to say, Trent.
But Cruiser, I said the game plan affects the performance of the players. I said that, bro. I literally said that.
I'm just saying.
No, I know. I'm just
we were talking about that final decision to go for that.
We just talking in general. I'm speaking in general. I'm just speaking of what you're saying.
McCaffrey had 30 carries at that point. Was tired, bro.
He only had 22.
8 catches. Yeah,
he only had 22 catches.
I mean, 22 and 8 catches is a lot, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. But he had 30 touches. Them receivers was getting strapped all game. My nigga, I'm kicking the field goal, bro.
Wait, but time out though, Bama.
Bama, I know that. I just hated the call on third down.
Hey, J-Rob,
I hated the call.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy though, J-Rob?
At least come with a 2-down mindset before you settle on the field goal. You know, all I'm saying is I just wish you would have went at it with a 2-down mindset. You know what I'm saying? So at least if you got to 4th and 2 and you kicked the field goal, like we wanted to see what we got, we settled on the 2. But
you know
I just
so
did not like the call. I hated the call.
Hey, Rob, I know
the
what's
call
so
was
crazy.
too cute to me. The call was too cute.
I know what's so crazy though.
I'm just
giving my laundry, baby. You know what's so crazy? You know what's so funny though? It's kind of ironic. Cruiser coming up out here trying to defend Brock Purdy, talking about the receivers getting strapped. But ain't you the same one that be talking crazy about Lamar?
Who?
You.
I talk about Lamar not because it's receivers. I talk about Lamar because it's quarterback. I ain't never mentioned his receivers. Come on, bro. I look at. Hey, listen.
You never shit on Lamar.
Yes, but I don't talk about his. I don't talk about his receivers.
Hold on, we'll get.
Hold on.
One quick second.
That's all I
say.
Yeah, let them read the.
Before y'all get into the pass, drink more water with $10. Does this third ring solidify Chris Jones as the third best D tackle behind Watt, Donald in this generation? Where does he rank? 3 double-digit sacks.
Watt is the D tackle.
15 and a half sacks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't value.
Are you talking about D linemen in general? Well,
yeah,
no.
championship rings on defensive players.
Yeah, I don't give a
big
fuck.
measuring stick. Yeah, it doesn't.
But Chris Jones, shout out Chris Jones. He had a great.
I mean, he did hit a game breaker to help seal.
For me,
Lamar. Oh, go ahead, Riley.
You can't say a nigga don't trust his quarterback. But again, for me, Kyle Shanahan was just doing shit like, I'm watching the game, bro. Again, I bet $10,000. I'm watching this shit vigorously.
Yeah.
Like, for me, you up 10-3. Y'all was up 10-3 for so long, bro. You come in there third quarter, you fucking passing on first down, doing play action.
Yep.
Now you putting Brock Purdy at 3rd and 9. If you analyzing the game as a fucking coach, your receivers are getting strapped. Why you putting Brock Purdy in 3rd and 9? These niggas can't get open with 3rd and 4. Why you putting them in 3rd and 9? Because you passing the ball, getting incomplete and passing.
I don't disagree with what you're saying at all, bro.
This is when you slow walk this nigga. We up 10-3. Let's slow walk him. You trying to literally? I want first and 10. You trying to play action? Don't nothing move. They get strapped. Now we 3rd and 10. Now it might be a false start, or you might get a quick little slant route or something like that. But you're putting him in bad situations. You overthought the situation. When you had the ball last again, it's 3rd and fucking 4. Why you not running? I see from the lineup they had, they was going for the run. Why you could have ran splits and let spray offense and let this nigga Christian McCaffrey cook. If you're gonna use him, here's my thing. In short goldage, Christian McCaffrey cooking anything over there. Okay, boxed up. So even if they blitzing the same way they blitz, remember when they blitz Patrick Mahomes on 36? He ate their ass up. Why? Because they ran a spread. So now, even if you blitz me, you ain't gonna get there. As long as I drop back enough, somebody gonna get open for these three.
And I know, and early, he's a vet now. He knows who's replacing you in the. He know that open space that you vacating once you blitz. He know where to go to football.
Does he? I mean, okay. My thing is because early, I don't even necessarily agree with what you just said.
But Kyle, you was checking the game and run up and pound out and tote that ball, man. Like I agree. No, I agree. You gotta
listen,
I don't.
If you're gonna make Kittle block, put this nigga McCaffrey in the slot and let him Marshall Faulk this thing or Reggie Bush this thing and give him some plays where he get busy and see what he doing in the open field. You see what he did in the open field when Purdy got to him. Use this man in the open field. Like I don't understand that. And then again, I'm like, we got 2 timeouts. I watched 9 come on the field. 9 should have never touched the field. Hey, if y'all niggas, McCaffrey, if you tired, timeout. Let me give you 60 seconds. Let me get a commercial break.
Can I just throw one thing? Can I throw one thing into the mix too about the game plan for Kyle Shanahan? It's another reason why I gotta say, like, we got to start really talking about him, bro. That record already is disgusting record.
It's insane.
It's insane, and it's time to start really looking at him.
Not a good record.
But another thing that too is like for y'all that keep saying, George Kittle was blocking all game, right? There was so many times where you could have probably chip released Kittle for a lot of yardage just from the fact that everybody was expecting him to block all game. I didn't see not one like chip release. You didn't even get that, brother. Maybe a tight end screen, something like that. And I think that could have easily moved the sticks just because of how they were playing it. I still a lot of things were. I just think Kyle Shanahan in some ways was overthinking it against Spags, and I think Spags was like, "I'm sending the kitchen sink at you. I ain't overthinking this."
But my thing is don't come on here. You niggas don't come on here and just kind of downplay Kittle and cook Kittle like
But he didn't do nothing. He wasn't effective.
He was not.
Hold on, no. You can't get mad that we down.
No, we can't do this.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell us he's gonna have this Pantheon level.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah. Y'all can't. Yeah,
he did.
You can't tell us he was gonna have these Pantheon S game. And then how many yards did he have?
4. He had 4 yards.
Yeah, 4 yards. So at the end of the day, brother, it's gonna be a topic of conversation. Now,
no, of course, especially if you're
the
weapon that is the game changer, because the Chiefs suck at guarding tight ends.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Another thing I want to bring up real quick, Trey.
I'm saying diamond on Kyle Shanahan, bro.
That's what I'm telling you.
You got 3 targets. You got 3 targets.
Hey, hold on. 1 second, Riddell. 1 second. This is a perfect moment.
Always pick and choose that.
Before you go, Riddell, let me read off these finals right here.
Go for it.
Brian with the $5. Brady's second Super Bowl, he put up more production than any Mahomes Super Bowl. Brady threw for 450 twice. He won 6 Super Bowls with 2 midget receivers. Y'all crazy. Cam Cobain with the $2. Brady fans was tweaking off the perks last night. That's true.
Yeah.
Brian
The
again
yak was hitting
$5. Brady played in a tougher defensive era. Brady was a grandpa and threw.
I don't like that. I'm mad I even brought it up. I hate that. It's just how the game evolves.
I'm not even tripping off the defense. Riddell,
how the game has evolved. I'm not.
Yeah.
If you want to get mad at somebody, because I know a lot of people say this things got made for Brady. Peyton Manning was the one, and his teams were the one that complained to add the PI to what it is today. The Chiefs hitting Brady low, like those things. If it wasn't going to be Brady, it was going to happen to Manning. That's how the game evolves. The game just evolved. If you don't like it, then get over and go watch something else.
People can say the same thing about 80s. The 80s were more physical. The 90s were more physical. Like you can say that about every older era.
Somebody in the 80s saying 90s football is soft.
Back in the day, though, you could tackle all types of ways. You could lead with the crown of your helmet. There's a lot of things.
It's no point.
That shit sound cool for basketball, but in football, we really know niggas like Ronnie Lott exist, and they were killers, dog. Like,
they were
killers, and they were great.
People forget Ryan Clark. You gotta remember, Ryan Clark is the reason why there's a targeting call, bro.
Yeah, facts. But I'm saying, but like
Zach Tatum paralyzed the nigga.
Yeah, I'm saying, but just
really paralyzed.
LT broke that.
Lawrence Taylor broke people's lives. Yeah, he broke people's lives.
I could 100% admit the other era. The 90s and the 80s of football, the early 2000s, it was definitely a lot more physical.
Hey, I don't think kids at home know.
There's pros and cons to every era. We got to realize that there's pros and cons to every era.
I think one era could be more skilled.
Mel Blunt literally used to pick the receivers up at the line of scrimmage and body slam. Imagine being a quarterback, you drop back and see your receiver get slammed, dog.
Brady, the second half of Brady's career. The second half of Brady's career is a very similar era to Mahomes, though. Like
that's why I'm mad I even brought that up because that's just I'm not gonna get mad about how the game is evolved.
Yeah, I'm able to
blind side. Yeah,
that's why I say, bro. That's why.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hines Ward used to get Christian. I used to watch Hines Ward.
I mean, I should call you Brock. Early, you remember. You could also remember back in the day. You could cut block outside in. You remember you could cut back, you could come out and then cut block inside. Like, bro, that's pretty much you could lose your knee. You could lose
you could cut block. You could cut block while they was engaged with another lineman.
That's why I think just because you can use
nigga like Debo would be Hines Ward.
That doesn't make it harder.
Make him chop block niggas.
The reason why I hate people bring up the defensive argument because again, just because you're able to F5 somebody, that don't make it harder. Because again, that was predicated to the defense back then. Now you actually have a guard, like a receiver, like a corner. You actually got to guard somebody. For real, if you touch him as a flag, it really show how nice you are. So y'all be using the.
No, I think the skill level higher now.
Hold up. But what you're not getting is this. I watched that James Harrison Pittsburgh team
with Lamar Willie, all them niggas were dirty, basically, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like
Yeah,
every last one of them,
There's a
like
reason why
did
James
shit-
Harrison got so
did
much
shit
heat.
that
He
if
got
you
fined as
did
much
now,
as he did.
wait. They did shit that if you did now, it'd be like, dog, like they used to be able to hit
Exactly.
niggas and not get whoa. They used to be able to hit niggas and not get 15-yard penalties. When I can now hit you a certain way and get 15-yard, I changed the game. Of course, I'm not gonna do it no more. But if I can do that shit, I'm playing dirty as fuck.
Okay, but
Like,
I'm saying I'm saying stuff like that was predicated to the defense. It gave them a lot of things, a lot of leeway. Now you can't do that shit now, especially with the corners, all that holding and rock bottom F5 and JBL close on it. That shit is dead.
There's no more stick 'em. You can't spray your hands with
you
stick
got
'em.
to guard.
I remember a time where if your receiver,
I'm watching you, Jerry. I know you stick 'em, Jerry. Right? I'm watching you, bro.
That was a catch. That was a force out. Now, if you catch the ball on the top of a nigga head and he carry out of bounds, that's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
More corners should be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there, like you said, there's a pros.
You
and
gotta
cons
get
to all
because
the eras. So there's really no reason to tax any era when it comes.
The
down
only
to
thing I hate about this era is the spot foul for PI. That's the only thing I hate. I hate the spot foul.
Don't take away the touchback rule too. You got to penalize the offense for bumping the ball through the end zone.
Foul?
So you know what?
Well, you want to do like college, 15 yards?
No. So when it
so
basically
look, from a defensive perspective, you got to understand as a DB, like you're taught this. Like if you about to get beat and I grab you, they always teach you like giving up that 15 versus giving up
40,
55 is always better. So it's like.
Go ahead, my fault.
No. I just feel like I just hate the spot foul because it's like because also too PI is also relative to the referee.
Official, yeah.
So because I've seen some PI calls, bro, that when we look back on that PI call, that's not really a PI. I think in a lot of ways receivers can manipulate PI calls. So I feel like to give somebody the ball on the 2-yard line for a PI that might not be a PI, it's fine. It's the rules. It's definitely the rules.
But for me,
I don't personally like it.
What about?
I mean, to be fair, they didn't really call
50 yards is still a lot. You know, 50 yards is still a lot.
You don't get to get cooked and then hold me, nigga, and then get off. No, if
I'm saying 15 yards is crazy already. Like it's not.
But you're incentivized a little bit more.
The only reason why a nigga and he had easy points. Guess what? I'm at the line.
Yeah, the problem is
if you're on the other side of the 50, then if you're about to give up a touchdown, you're PI every single time.
That's the problem.
The reason why it's more of a spot foul than the 15-yard penalty versus, hey, my nigga, I don't have to go to class no more. This is my job. I'm getting paid $10-20 million to sit here and figure out how to guard somebody. So again, you got 16 hours instead of 3 hours to work on your craft. So you better get out there, learning some back pedals, hit that ladder, get some extra reps in, go do some defensive seminars or whatever the case may be. That's why the NFL has a few more rules. You got to have a certain amount of guys on the line of scrimmage because it's so much more intricate because we have so much more time dedicated to get better at this so-called craft.
You know what's so funny though, J-Rob? People always want to tax Mahomes in this era. I got to era tax this, era this, that. If we want to start era taxing, I'm gonna era tax the 80s. I'm gonna era tax the 85 defense. They ran a simple 4-6, dominating everybody. The one team they faced that was ahead of the time when they faced Dan Marino and them Dolphins, they got their ass whooped. Dan Marino put belt to ass. Like, if we want to really start taxing defenses, we can really start doing it. Because a lot of
the easiest way to beat the 46, just throw hot routes and you beat that team. Just throw hot routes.
There's a reason why nobody runs 4-6 today. There's a reason why.
Only on the goal line. And even then, they'll get you with a
I think why niggas do that era tax for Mahomes is mostly because, like, I see what they mean. They said it last night. Like, when niggas win the way he went, dog, like, that shit is disgusting, bro. Like, it do be like I can't imagine what the fuck 80s and 90s niggas went through with Jordan, and he just kept winning, dog. I would have. I'm a hater now. Like, I know I'll be a hater.
I'm a hater now.
I hate Patrick Mahomes. Like, bro, you don't understand, bro. Like, bro, like, what the, like, bro, like, you gonna, you gotta get it done, bro. Like, you can't make
a mistake, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Like, understand something, dog. Like, we had the reason why I think a lot of niggas rooted for Brady is because he didn't start off amazing, bro. He had to actually figure it the fuck out. Brady was Brock Purdy his first couple years. We were just happy to see a 6th-round nigga get a dog. Oh, man, he getting field goals.
Underdog story.
It's crazy.
That always happens with Brady.
It's the same thing I saw on Steph Curry, dog. I watched you when you struggle, right? And you struggle. You had Mark Jackson, and y'all was talking about Barack Obama gonna walk through the room. And then when you started winning, dog,
You became such a fucking dick, man. Like you stunting on people, but this wasn't you before. Now you got Draymond here, and he punking people. Y'all acting real tough now because they had a good team. And I watch y'all celebrate with KD. Like that's why it bothered me, because it's like even what he did, why it bothered me so much what he did to Josh Allen, because it's like, bro, you win all the time, bro. Like, bro, you listen. We can say what we want to say, but the nigga Patrick Mahomes is a media darling, bro. He's a media darling. He got the look. He got the white mom with the black dad, all that. Like, he got the white wife. I'm not trying to be funny, I'm being real. He's a media darling, bro. They're going to look out for him regardless and make it better for him regardless, right? So for me, I look at it like, dog, you already a media darling. For you to be privileged too and do that and not even shake the nigga Josh Allen head, like, come on.
No, because then you got to give Brady the same
Yeah,
tax.
we
because
can't
he
be
ain't never.
doing it,
He
bro.
don't. I'm pretty sure.
Brady is definitely not shaking hands.
Brady.
Before,
the
bro.
only way
He's
Brady
just
knows
very
what Nick Foles'
competitive,
hands look
like-
like because he sees it in a picture. He ain't never shake that man's hand in his life. Every
Also,
time he sees it.
But who else? I think it's like this.
You said it
A lot
earlier.
of us don't. Listen, dog. A lot of us don't fuck with Brady. We just hate Patrick Mahomes more now. Like I'm defending Brady. Brady has beat my
People hate
Panthers.
greatness. People hate
Like,
greatness.
I don't.
That's weird. That people just hate.
I don't.
greatness.
I never defended Brady before. Like, I didn't defend Brady. Fuck, I didn't defend Brady.
The
But
minute they
now
found
it's
that
like,
MAGA
I
hat in his
don't
locker,
defend
people
him
were
now.
all the
I
way
don't
out
know
on
why
him.
people
I
would hate
gotta
Mahomes.
defend the
I'll
nigga
be
now,
honest.
dog.
Once they found that MAGA hat in his locker and he acted like he didn't
But
know what
gotta
he
be
was doing,
honest.
out on him.
If we talk about 4 for 4, if the nigga get one more Super Bowl, he the GOAT. I gotta admit that, dog. Like,
You know what?
I think the 3P would do it.
Patrick Mahomes retire, I'm gonna be
think
like,
that's
damn,
what
you know, I miss that nigga, dog.
No,
but
but
right now,
Let me
I
hit
hope
these.
the worst happens to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
understand.
No,
As a
I think the
opposing
3P would
fan.
be crazy for his legacy though, because it's never been done in the history of the game. So it would be crazy.
Y'all
What
know we don't fuck with
There's
Brady.
been a
We
few
don't
times
shit
where
on Brady.
teams got
We
close
was doing
too.
the same thing against Brady when he was playing. We wanted this nigga to lose every time.
I
The
did.
fact that
I
Patrick
damn
Mahomes
sure
ain't
did.
losing is
Damn, he was
pissing
just
me
going
off,
up. He was just coming up to New York to
I
just fuck that
feel
nigga.
I was a
what
Jets
it is.
fan. I hated
it.
killing me all the time. What is your opinion on that juice
catch?
It was a catch.
It was a catch.
Yeah.
Because
hey, I felt what Des Bryant was saying though, bro. I felt
Yeah,
his
but
pain.
I don't know, because that's the Des Bryant catch. You know that, right?
Yeah, because I don't
it's
think
just
that wasn't.
yeah,
Des
they don't
Bryant.
want to make the
you were a victim of the old rules, Des. You were the victim of the old rules.
He was. Brady has 4 Super Bowl performances that are better than
This
Mahomes.
is the definition of somebody crashing out. We get it. I understand it.
That doesn't matter.
Crashing out.
He also has two.
Hold on.
He
real
also
quick,
has 2 Super Bowl performances that are worse than Mahomes' worst.
I don't
So
agree with that.
So
but okay, I don't agree with
like,
that.
what do you mean?
Just because he lost a game doesn't mean he performed worse.
18-0. That wasn't a chump change.
Stop. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to
We
do.
don't got to do it right now.
Hold on, real quick. Let me dead. Hold on, G baby. Let me dead this for Brian. Okay.
Oh, okay.
In like '87, there was a guy named Timmy Smith who started for the Redskins at the time. The only game he ever played in the NFL was that. He balled out, set a record. Nobody putting him in all-time talks. That was the only game he ever played in his life.
Never played again.
Never played again.
Never played again.
So be careful when you start saying Super Bowl performances and all that. If you're trying to put that to heighten Brady's people's
the reason
legacy.
why Doug Williams is the first black quarterback ever won a Super Bowl.
And let's understand this about like the whole Brady Mahomes thing too. The hate for Mahomes is coming. People love to prop you up. People love to prop you up. But you know what they love better? To tear you down once you're at the top.
It's
so
the
right now
AR
he's got
thing.
a streak. But right now, guess what? Mahomes, 100%. What he's doing, his peak, the greatest peak I've ever seen for a quarterback. The greatest peak I've ever seen for a quarterback.
Right. Don't let Jackson do anything else crazy.
I'm just saying, there's gonna be a time. There's gonna be a time. Mahomes is not going to win 10 Super Bowls in a row. That's not going to happen. We acknowledge that. He's going to make
not Jalen? Damn, I don't know.
Look,
I don't know, Jalen. You never know, bro.
I get you.
He might get fired before he lose one.
I get you. He's going to win a few more, but there's going to be games where he makes the playoffs and where he doesn't get it done before. There's going to be games. It's going to happen, and then the hate's going to come. The hate's going to talk. It's going to be a different conversation.
I think it ultimately doesn't really matter. But
I think the biggest thing for me, y'all, is that every time I'm watching it with my own eyes. Every time somebody play, I don't know, like, what is, bro, this nigga that, like, bro, if I saw Mahomes on the street, bro.
Brian.
If I saw Mahomes
Brian, they scored 14 points. God damn it. Don't make me do this, man.
I can bring up so many damn Marino games.
Let's go to a real game they play.
I'm a Brady fan, and you're making me angry with what you're trying to do right now.
Mahomes is not somebody you fear. He's not a dude that you would look at and, like,
Like he's not. He's somebody that you don't fear. Like
You don't
I'm
fear
not fearing
Mahomes?
no light
The
skin.
fourth quarter, you ain't fear?
No, listen to me. What I'm saying to you. I'm talking about his look. I'm not fearing no light skinned nigga with a Kermit the Frog voice. Like naturally with curly hair, I'm not.
Crazy.
But for some reason,
That voice
for
is
some
nasty,
reason, when this nigga when he's on the other side of you and you're playing quarterback in the NFL for some reason in his era, this nigga looks like God to them, dog. These niggas turn into different players, dog. Josh Allen looks so fucking like you can tell he wanted to get that nigga the game in the fourth quarter. Lamar won't run. Like it's
Keep
like
sending them in,
that's
Brian.
like
Send them in, Brian. Send them in. Keep sending them, Brian. I'll put them over. Nah, we keep sending them. Yo, early, can I ask you this though? We gotta also talk about how Mahomes, you know, in his playoff, he's trailed in 10 of them and won 8 of them. 8 and
The only 2
2.
he lost.
Bro, I said it before. Mahomes is the clutchest
It's
quarterback.
almost like
in the NFL.
J-Rock. It's almost like
the eye test proves it. The stats prove it.
remember
Mahomes
that
is
episode? If
the
y'all ever
clutchest
seen
Crazy,
that
though.
episode of Fresh Prince where Carlton cheated off Will, and before they left the room, he was like, "We did it, Will." Will looking at him like, "Nigga, we ain't even left the room yet." It's like when niggas get up on Mahomes, they be like, "Oh, we up, we might win this." Like, bro, just finish the game,
Finish
bro.
the game.
Finish the
Yeah.
game, bro.
Don't even look at
man
this
has
score
a
where
Maybe
hit
need to go
0-0.
watch that Brady tape and
man
see
has
how
a
Brady was
winning
able to
record
keep it
when he's
together
down
when
like
he
that.
was up. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
because
incredible stuff, bro.
It's not even that. Josh
ridiculous.
Allen has, when it comes to like Josh Allen's never beaten Tom Brady when he was there. Obviously, there's part, but even with when he had Dable and he
Again, we
became this
just
guy,
defending Brady now, bro.
he couldn't beat Brady
because
that way
Patrick
anyway.
Mahomes is here. Yeah.
And
we gotta also
find a way, bro.
last longer, dog. Ain't no nigga on here gonna tell me he wasn't rooting for Atlanta. We was rooting for.
I was rooting for Atlanta. I rooted for Atlanta.
The
I was
culture was
rooting
rooting
for
for
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Also, I do want to put something into context for people when it comes down to this playoff run. This playoff run was extremely difficult. Not only was it on the road, obviously, which is the big tax for Mahomes. He's never played on the road, but they played against teams that had the perfect personnel against Mahomes specifically, where people who you can rush for and get to Mahomes consistently, and you hope, and then you have a really good run game. All 4 of the teams they played had a really good run game and could rush forward.
So Saxonville didn't
None
exist.
of them could take out
J-Rob.
Mahomes when it comes
Saxonville
down to
didn't
the Super
exist.
Bowl.
Look me in my eyes and tell me Saxonville didn't exist.
I did it.
If I'm passing Mahomes, my cost.
Keep them coming, Brian. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Mahomes best 332 touchdowns. Brady second Super Bowl as a game.
We get paid today.
I'm not even going to.
We get
Yes,
paid.
Brian. I like it, Brian. I like it, Brian.
If I'm Mahomes,
I don't know what point you're
Mahomes
trying
is
to make,
not
Brian. I'll be honest.
if
I
I'm
think he's just
Mahomes,
trying to say Brady has a better performance in the Super Bowl. And I was like,
he just don't want to give it up.
I mean, the Falcons' performance, I would say, is better, but like,
You just don't want to give it up, bro. It's okay, bro.
It don't matter.
That's good. It's hard, bro. It's hard
the
seeing
Eagles
like
won,
it's
the
coming
Eagles
so
won
fast.
is his
bro.
best, but he
Pause.
lost the game. Throwing for
Brady
500 yards.
Brady
in the Super Bowl is
fan,
crazy.
yeah, I'm not giving you
Brady
bonus
fans,
points.
the only
to
Brady
be
fans,
honest.
the only logic you have, the only logic left is the longevity thing.
It's
And I
longevity.
That's your last. That's your last hope.
That's your last hope.
Yeah, and I want to say this. I don't want to. We can't just discredit longevity. Like I don't think people understand. Wait, especially you played J-Rob. You played the game. You guys all played the game. Or some of you played in high school, college. Doing that every day, day in, day out. The days where your knees hurting, where your back's a little hurt, but still getting up, still putting in the work. And again, doing that in your 20s, great. You can do it. Still takes
I
work.
mean, didn't Mahomes okay his kneecap and win the Super Bowl?
Exactly. Yeah, he did. What I'm saying.
Mahomes
Exactly.
literally,
No, he lost in the championship
He
that
did.
year.
He
He
did.
had a
No, wait.
terrible
He
man.
did. Hold on, he did. He did. But
I gotta be
no,
honest.
he did.
bro.
He
That's
did that.
crazy.
But wait, Brady.
I know. I think they lost, but still went to the Super Bowl.
That's
Just
right.
like-
I gotta be honest.
No, they
Well,
lost
you
in the
literally couldn't
AFC
walk
to
in.
Brady.
It was
in
the
2008.
Jaguars.
Okay.
He sat down to the injury.
I thought he was done,
5,000
J-Rob.
like 38, 39, 40.
He's insane.
I'm saying we can't discredit being able to do something for a long period of time,
Nobody.
especially when you're 35, 36, 37, 38.
Nobody's
that
discrediting
argument
it.
is valid.
Brady's
Yeah.
still the GOAT,
What I'm
though.
saying
Like,
is, though, a lot of times
you don't got to defend things that don't need to be defended.
no,
Like
but-
nobody is
but think about it.
discrediting Brady's longevity.
but sometimes people
Facts.
overlook longevity. No, people just kind of say, you know what? Yeah. Don't get longevity is super
I'm put
impressive.
like this.
Like
Okay,
that.
so
No, but hold up. It's easy to discredit longevity when you're in your 20s and everything seems easy. But when you're in your 30s, when you're in your mid 30s, early 30s, and when your body takes longer to recover and getting up and doing the same thing over and over again to get ready for the game to perform, it's a lot more difficult. People don't realize, especially when you're with older people.
So Jalen, what's more impressive? Jalen, whoa. Jalen, what's more impressive? Doing it in a short period of time the way Patrick Mahomes is, or the longevity?
But yeah, I was
More-
gonna say,
hold on,
Jalen,
more impressive?
Nothing. Huh?
Wait,
Jalen,
what's-
it's a simple question. Do you value peak over longevity?
What do I value peak over longevity?
Do
Peak
you?
o- It's so close. Like saying
Bro,
that.
a
Answer the
6-year
original
peak is
question.
crazy.
What's more impressive? Patrick Mahomes doing a short period of time or Brady's longevity? Don't say nothing else, guys. Be quiet. Let me talk.
It's
You
you know,
let
Let him talk.
Hold on. Yeah, let me say it. The peak, this 6-7 year peak of Patrick Mahomes versus doing something for 20 years. I think doing something for 20 years is still more impressive.
Okay, and MVP at 40.
Hold on, listen. Okay, wait, listen. Yeah, hold on. I think I'm consistent. Hold on, wait.
I'm gonna add more context.
Okay, let me say. Oh yeah, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. Ask the question. It said Mahomes is the best.
I'm gonna add more context.
I'm just saying, to me, greatness. I still value longevity in that conversation. It's like the Calvin, like you mentioned earlier on the stream track. Calvin Johnson versus Jerry Rice. Calvin Johnson is the best wide receiver I've seen. But if someone tells me Jerry Rice is the greatest, I can understand. But Calvin Johnson, all right,
Jalen. Let's add more context to the situation because it's not the context is not even fully there.
Flag on the play.
Calvin Johnson.
Keep them coming, bro. Hold on. Time out. Elijah McCord, how the Niners? Because
they're not paying Brock Purdy anything right now. That's
how the Niners going to pay all these top players. That's what I've been asked. Elijah,
Brock Purdy getting paid $800K. He got a roommate right now.
According to my co-host and brother, apparently, Brock Purdy going to take $25 million a season. $30 million a season to play quarterback.
It don't make no sense.
It don't. Shout out to Brian, man. Keep sending these donations in.
Because J-Rob, I want to ask Bama this too.
378, 4 TDs, y'all easy. Okay,
you know what's so crazy? They was still about to lose. Shout out Malcolm Butler. They was about to lose.
Hold up.
They was on the
G-Baby. How did they get down there in the first place? How did they get down there first? Everybody always mentions Malcolm Butler. We're not going to talk about whatever sorcery Jermaine Kearse did to catch that ball.
Tom Brady ain't had no lucky catches before.
I'm not saying
Julian Edelman.
That was after.
Yeah, come on, that happens. I ain't gonna lie, G baby, that's gonna happen. That's football, bro. David Tyree.
Exactly.
David Tyree never played another game in his life after that.
Every Super Bowl.
Come on, the comeback for Tom Brady against Falcons, man. If Julian Edelman don't make the catch of the most, and he was already on the floor. He was on the floor. That was skill too.
Why don't we talk about Brady's 21-3 choke job against the Colts? They were up 21-3 in the AFC Championship.
We need to bring up.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy?
I don't want to do that. Listen, y'all. Listen, hold on.
What's so crazy? We love talking about Mahomes losing to Brady. We love talking about Mahomes losing to Brady in the playoffs and the Super Bowl. We don't talk about Brady losing to Brock Osweiler. We don't talk about Brady losing to Mark Sanchez. We don't talk about Brady losing to Flacco when Flacco only threw 10 passes and didn't even complete 50% of them. He went 4 for 10. Like, you know what I mean? We love bringing up Mahomes losing to what y'all consider the GOAT, what most people consider the GOAT in the biggest moment, but we don't ever talk about how many times Brady done lost to you. And remember, guys, he went on a 10-year stretch where he didn't win, and he didn't make the Super Bowl.
Brian, send him, Brian, send him.
You don't have to.
Hold on.
We at least at 50,
remember when we was having the Kyle Shanahan conversation? Remember when we was having the Kyle Shanahan conversation and people talking about, well, he's losing to the GOAT. He's losing to Patrick Mahomes. Why does it matter now? Why do y'all give Kyle Shanahan grace for that when Patrick Mahomes loses to Brady, who y'all have the GOAT? Y'all always on the hard.
Hey, with Bill Belichick, who up until recently we was calling him the greatest coach of all time.
The problem is the people who keep on bringing it into the conversation because you never do that. It's inconsistent. Nobody ever goes, oh, quarterback A beats quarterback B, so quarterback A is better. Nobody does that. It doesn't make any sense.
Especially in football,
so stop using that for your logic.
Quarterbacks are never on the field at the same time. So the whole 1v1 thing with quarterback.
Jalen, I'm still not gonna let you. He's out here trying to. You see what Jalen was trying to do, prop up Peyton a little bit. I'm like, you don't want to bring up Peyton. You don't want to bring up Peyton from job.
I will say this though. The only thing I will say is that we need to talk about before we go, because I just want to leave y'all with this. I love Brady. I love the start to his career, but if we want to be honest, if we take the first 10 years of Brady. And we take let's say the first 6 years. I'm going to take the first 6 years of Mahomes starting and the first 6 years of Brady. Let's be real about it. What the peak of what Mahomes has had in these last 6 seasons is incomparable just from a football stance. 100%. This is one of the greatest starts to a sports career in all of sports. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing the only players, and shout out to my dog Mars for even putting this in perspective as well, because we were talking about it today. I said the only player I think in the history of the game, or at this point, has the same level of like a start to their career that I can remember in my lifetime was Tiger Woods in terms of having this many accomplishments this fast. Mm-hmm. And then you know who said to me? Lionel Messi. And I said, oh snap, Messi was another person who was this good this early. Mm-hmm. And so when you're chasing the pantheon of players who exceed the realm of football and you're only 28 years old, this close into it, I think we're talking about a different level of player. Like, I think he will eventually catch Brady. And at the pace he's on, he might get more than 7. Like Jalen, you saying him not getting 10? I mean, it's not impossible.
Can I add on to that,
Yo, listen. Listen. You got to think random. If they 3P, right?
I'm reacting to super chat.
Oh yeah. Yo, you got to think about it. If he wins this one, he'll have won 4 championships in 7 seasons. 7 years as a starter. He's winning more. He's winning more Super Bowls than not. Like,
well, J-Rob, let me add to that because we love talking about the first 6 years. Screw the first 6 years. Let's talk about Brady's second 10. Mahomes' first 6 to Brady's second 10. It's basically equal. They both got, Mahomes got 2 5K. Even if we start from 07 with Brady, 2 5K seasons. They both, I think Brady has 3 MVPs. Mahomes got 2. They both got Super Bowl MVPs. And Brady in his from 07 has 4 rings. Mahomes just got his 3rd. Like, even if we take out the first 6, even if we take out Brady's start to his career before 07, the careers are basically right there.
I'm never going to argue. I'm never going to argue against Mahomes' start.
No. But I'm not making the argument for the start. I'm saying make the argument for their best, though. I'm not.
But he's saying that this 6 years is as good as his best.
Absolutely. My thing is obviously, and I'm not trying to say that anything's going to happen. We don't know how Mahomes' career can play out. Because what if CJ Stroud is the guy taking pelts off Mahomes, and then now we got to have something. I'm just throwing the name out because I'm just throwing the name out. I'm just throwing the name out, but obviously we don't know, right?
Get you a Chiefs jersey, nigga. God damn, the way you tell it.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'll say this right now though.
Just because I was smart enough to throw. Never mind. Let me stop.
I ain't gonna lie. The news is out, nigga. Your father coached Tampa, nigga. Relax.
The thing is though, random. You saying all this now? Maybe you off the yak.
Yeah, we def Buccaneers.
Oh no, the yak was hit last night.
Y'all now for Tom Brady.
Big Baker talk.
This how y'all know.
Baker talk.
This how y'all know. A, he's crashed. Y'all are crashing out over Tom Brady. And second, y'all know he about to be the GOAT. Y'all only argument is longevity and head-to-head matchups. If that's the only
the head-to-head is dumb too. The head-to-head thing is dumb. I just
think
I'm gonna do Mahomes the same way Eli fans do.
Before we go,
that's nasty.
I mean, that's fair, but I never said Eli's better than Brady.
What you're gonna say early, and you can start us for this last time. I want to close the show. Wait, early before you go, I want to say this so you can say what you're about to say, but I want you to also answer this for me. So I want everybody to do this before we close the show. Say what you're gonna say, but I want everybody to give your way too early take for the 2025 season. Way too early. Just one take. Go ahead, early. Finish what you're saying.
I wanted to say, I pray to God that Patrick Mahomes don't get an 07 Brady team, but he got the best offense and the best. Because imagine if he get one of them years.
He might have already had
where it's unfair. Where it's unfair. When he got a Randy Moss type player on his team, and that 07 team was like godlike. Like if you played Mad, you knew that you couldn't even use that team on certain tournaments.
So I'm mad he got hurt the next year. Because I think they win the next year if Brady doesn't get hurt.
I think my early take, my very, very early take for next year would be,
and this take could change over the shows. Just no information, just guessing.
I think going into next year, we might be saying Jordan Love is top 2.
Okay, way too early, but okay. Trent and then random.
Go ahead, Trent. Tank Dell will have 1,300 yards next season, fully if he does get hurt, and he will be in the top 10 combos.
Okay, go ahead, random.
Facts, Elijah.
I want to see. I think we'll finally start seeing Justin Herbert winning close games.
Okay, that's your hot take. Go ahead, Randall.
I think we'll finally see it. I'm tired of waiting for it, man. That's what I think. And then we'll have a Super Bowl rematch, by the way.
Okay, Super Bowl rematch.
I'm not saying which one, but we will see.
The reality no one wants to accept: Mahomes can't and won't ever be the GOAT of the NFL by hellfire.
Just
ridiculous,
bro. Hellfire.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Going out your way to type of think piece to hate on Mahomes. That's how
he's
you know
getting cooked tomorrow. It's okay.
Go ahead, Riddell.
Way too early predictions. I can go the route that I feel like there's going to be a sleeper receiver the Chiefs can get. That will be a star next year, better than Rashee Rice, I'll be honest. But where I want to go is next year, we're going to put some respect. I'm going to put this out there. We're going to put some respect. And this will be the last year if he doesn't perform. we're gonna put respect on Trevor Lawrence's name next year.
Oh my God.
I think it's
Oh
time.
no, but I thought you were the
Next year-
T-Law guy. I thought you were the
year-
T-Law guy. You
because
never supported him
if
publicly.
quarterbacks are getting disrespected, I'm gonna come
Oh
up for it.
my
I'm
God.
like,
No,
I'm
but
gonna-
hey, remember he said in the Telegram.
I'm
I
not
was
a
never
T-Law
a T-Law
but he
guy.
gets
I never
he gets
supported him
That's
publicly.
fine. That's fine, Vidal. I agree with you. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Come on, over here, dressed like a lawyer. You
T-Law,
trying to defend him?
T-Law, well, this is a make or break year for me for T-Law, but I think he's gonna make this year, get back in the playoffs, and he's gonna beat someone's favorite quarterback. I'm gonna be not Mahomes, but someone's favorite quarterback.
Don't
I'm
let
gonna
him
be
beat Mahomes. G-Bay about to get nasty.
Go ahead,
That'd be
Jalen. Go
crazy.
ahead, Jalen.
Go ahead,
I
Jalen.
say, you know what? It's been 2 years now where I think the wide receiving core for Mahomes has not been there. The GM has not done a good job. I think this offseason they actually get him pieces. I think Mahomes breaks Peyton Manning's passing record for the season and touchdown record next year because I don't think the Chiefs are going to have
Can definitely see it.
wide receivers again. They're gonna give him pieces. And I think wide receivers seeing this, they're gonna come for the cheap. They might take a not cheap. They might take a discount. A
So you're
prime
saying
time wide
the
receiver
Chiefs
might
are
take a
not,
discount.
the Chiefs are letting Chris Jones go. Is that
Oh,
what
Dale
you're
to the
saying?
Chiefs.
He might retire. So I said they might have some money. So yeah,
Go ahead,
How
I
do you
think-
retire?
Go ahead,
How do
G
you
baby.
retire and not get the bag?
Last year, I was wrong in my approach. I said last year, if the Saints didn't win the division, I was packing my bags to Duval.
Oh, there you go.
Unfortunately, I had New Orleans and Duval were a sacrifice so that Samoa Joe could win the world title, CM Punk can come back to WWE, and Cody Rhodes can finish the story.
Finish the story, Cody.
And Nuggets are going back to back. So now that all of that is finna happen, now that all of that is finna happen, next year, both my Saints and my Jags will be in the playoffs. Both my Saints and my Jags will win a playoff game. And just to add a little bit of cherry on top, one of them will be in a conference championship game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say meet the Super Bowl. I'm about to say Vegas man.
Okay.
Hey,
Who this
Rob,
man?
pray for this man. He about to be
All right.
disappointed again.
Let's do these last three. Joe Shiesty of the Last Hope.
Facts.
Derek Anderson, the Superchat. Chiefs becoming a dynasty gives me hopes as a Viking fan. I remember when they were cursed like us before baby Jesus arrived. And then last one, G Baby love him some T-Law. Facts. Hey, shout out to Patrick Mahomes for breaking my curse, man. I knew you would do it for me.
Hey, speaking of curses, shout out Kirk Cousins' curse still being alive.
Supporting the Black King. I appreciate you that. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, hold
Am I
on, J-Rob.
way too
This is the biggest prediction. Travis Kelce gets caught cheating on Taylor Swift with a black woman.
Hey, yo. Get him
out of here.
Prediction.
Whoever
Shout out
edits
Taylor
that-
Swift, man.
Oh, I'm so mad he didn't propose. I was
That
so
would've been
ready
crazy.
for
That'd
that,
have been
man.
crazy. My prediction for next
They've been
year
dating for like
is
4 months.
It's celebrity.
I think CJ Stroud wins MVP of the league.
That's
in his second
actually
season.
not a bad prediction, and I might put some money on that. Low key.
Yeah, I think he wins. I think he wins MVP of the league in his second year as the.
I'm not
quarterback.
mad at it,
Yeah,
but I
I
am.
Loses to T-Law in the
I
playoffs.
feel like the MVP thing right now. Lamar, Josh, and Mahomes probably got a lot of fatigue. I think my finalists, like the top two, I think it's either going to be Herbert or Stroud for
Oh,
MVP.
no
this season.
Burrow love because
Lamar's never going
Can
to
Burrow give me a healthy season of football?
You got to be
Except
healthy.
for the one
for the
year.
most part he's healthy. This is
No, he's not.
Lamar-
No,
Lamar's
he's
never
had
been
two
healthy.
seasons. He's had 2 seasons out of his 4 where he's missed the whole
year.
second half
How
of
much
the
does
year.
MVP help
50,
Mahomes'
okay.
legacy? Do you think Mahomes could use a couple MVPs in the regular season just as a legacy?
Nah.
Payton
I
has
mean,
five.
he's
He
gonna
already
win
got
another
something
one.
to
He's gonna
go.
win. He gonna win another one because I think honestly, in his older age, he gonna be like Rodgers in the sense where football gonna be too easy for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna have another 50 touchdown season, 55 touchdown season from the passing.
I'm just asking that because when you put him with pantheon of like Messi and Tiger Woods,
Top 2
so hold on,
rankings, baby.
Tiger Woods was winning Player of the Year, which is like MVP for like a decade straight. You know what I mean? And then Messi was winning the Ballon d'Or.
Oh, he got more. No, he got more.
Yeah,
he got more.
That's
in
what I'm
him.
saying.
I
Well,
think
he
he can.
My
I think
question
he'll
is,
win. I think he'll win at least 4 to 5 of them.
Doesn't football
Yeah.
suffer
Yeah.
from more
I
MVP
wouldn't be
fatigue
surprised if he
than
wins
the other
some more and
sports?
retire.
I mean, you can
Facts.
say that about
That's my
NBA,
only thing though.
NFL.
I don't think niggas love it the way like Tom
Yeah.
Brady used to have nothing to do. Like, ain't no way you still in your 40s doing it.
Yeah.
He really was bored with his life. That's why his wife
No,
left.
I definitely agree with
Mahomes
that.
did say that he
Nowadays,
wants
we don't
football
do that,
winning.
y'all. Like our generation,
No, but I
like, we
agree.
stand-
Mahomes
I
did
do
say he wanted to keep
I
on
do
winning.
think
though.
Mahomes.
Like,
I think Mahomes can become a victim of almost his own success. And what I mean by that is, he may win. He may do the 3-peat, win 4, then win 1 more after that, win
Walk
maybe
away.
2 more MVPs, and we blink. He's only in year 12 of his career,
He might back
and he's
down.
kind of like, he's just like, what
Walk
else do
away.
I need to do? Like, because at the end of the day, He could be like, I won 5 Super Bowls. They still gonna say Brady the GOAT. It ain't nothing else I could prove. For those people that everybody's all in the opinion at the end of the day, like in his head, he might feel like there's nothing left for me to prove. Like
Like I said, as his kids get older,
I don't know. I think he might
athletes are also fathers. Athletes miss when athletes miss their son's first.
But I will say though, if he only played 12, 13 years and retires, he might be the GOAT just because he retired early with all that.
If he gets 2 more and retire, if he get 1 more retire, he's the GOAT.
If he gets
the 3P is to me Pantheon great. 3P is the Pantheon. I want y'all to know
he might look up J-Rob and Kelsey not here no more and Chris Jones.
Yeah, I'm not having fun no more.
And he might be like, yeah, I'm out.
I'm out. They said they're going to come back.
You know what's crazy? They might draft another Chris Jones who might just be as dominant.
Or I was going to say, or he might draft his replacement Kelsey. Like, early there might be a new Kelsey in the loop that this dynamic going to be different because this is going to be Mahomes young man. Like,
if I'm Andy Reid,
he might not do 15 years.
If I'm Andy Reid, I'm trading for Kyle Pitts.
The Chiefs, hey, I'll be honest. The Chiefs might be able to. Keon Coleman is
falling. Last thing I need to say, the argument I made about Andy Reid being a better coach than Bill Belichick. Pat Mahomes gave the same argument on the podium after the Super Bowl. And the thing I said was he's had success everywhere he's gone. And then obviously what he's done with him. And I said the same thing. But now Big Red is having his day. He's having his moment in the sun. Go ahead.
With different crews. I say one more thing before we head out.
Yes, Thursky.
We get into the grit. We've been into the grit and grind. The season is over. So y'all draft takes and what y'all about to say about this college football shit?
College football.
I'm on y'all ass. I'm on y'all.
Maybe Jalen, if you start watching the games to them highlights, we'll take it.
Hey, random. I can't hear you. Baby. I can't hear you, random.
Hey, chat. We appreciate y'all for coming through. We will see y'all on Wednesday for sure. Pull up to Open Field tomorrow. We got some rankings for Open Field, and we got a battle Wednesday. Is it who's bottom 2?
Early and
Lonnie. Early and Lonnie?
Yeah,
no, I think it was either early and Lonnie or early and Randy.
It was early and Lonnie. It was early and Lonnie. Okay. They got battles when.
Thank you, Juwan Jennings, man. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you.
We got battles when.
Stop overrating Debo.
Yeah, we got to chill. Shout out.